What up, YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome back to another live stream. I hope you guys are doing well. Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, right? Shout out to everybody in the building. How y'all doing? How are you guys? I hope y'all are doing well. Thank y'all so much for being here. Listen, for everyone who's in the building, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the like button, y'all. As you come into the building, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. That is super, super helpful. Make sure you are hitting the like button as you come into the building. Also, shout out to everybody in the building. If you are new to the channel and you like the content and you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. It is free to subscribe, share, like, all that good stuff, and turn on that notification bell to be notified when I upload new content. All right. All right. Shout out to y'all. We gonna hop into this live stream, y'all. I'm not gonna keep y'all too long. Vivica Fox, child, is in the news again. Vivica Fox, y'all. Y'all know Vivica Fox, 60-something-year-old, still out here bitter over her relationship, her failed relationship with 50 Cent and others. But that's the one that stung. That 50 Cent, she can't believe she let him get away. Baby, we're going to hop into it. But before we do, make sure you hit the like button. Also, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit that subscribe button. Also, subscribe to my second channel, you guys. I pinned the link to the top of the chat. If you haven't subscribed to the second channel, make sure you go ahead and do that as well. Shout out to Lorenzo Redmond in the building. How are you? Divine Photos. What's going on, Divine? Ryan from the 8. Yeah, I said it right. Shout out to you. How are you? Gino Vasquez, 8361. How are you? Alex in the building. What's going on, Alex? How you been, Alex? Hope all is well with you. J Baby 0583. What's going on? How are you? Armand Smith. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. Derek. Is it Derek Roos or Derek Rouse? Thank you so much for being here, sis. I'm enjoying the content already, like described. Thank you. I appreciate you for that, Derek. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for supporting the channel. I appreciate you. So we gonna hop right into this one, y'all. So y'all see the title. Vivica Fox is mad at 50 cents. Plus, winter is here. Winter is here. So we're gonna hop into the video. Make sure you guys chime in the chat. I have a few other topics I want to discuss as well while I'm here. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk a little bit about Kendra G and MABW. I don't know if you guys are familiar with his channel, but baby, let me tell you something. This Kendra G, sued this guy. We talked about this before. He just keep winning. He's talking about it. We're going to play a little bit of it because I have to address it. And then we're going to be out of here. But I want to first move on to this whole Vivica Fox situation. Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson, because I actually got a little bit of what he had to say about this as well. Shout out to O'Shea. Of course, if you haven't subscribed to his channel if you like the content. But let's get into this video here, y'all. This was just crazy to me, but we're going to talk about it, all right? Here we go.
To chase after their dreams. Don't date 50 Cent and don't date no damn rappers.
Now, a little bit of was cut off in the beginning. They asked her what advice would she give young women who are trying to focus on their careers or, advance their careers or whatever, something like that. And this is her response. Don't date 50 Cent and don't date rappers. That was her response. The opportunity to give some good advice as a senior citizen to these young women. This is what she tell them. Don't date 50 Cent specifically and don't date rappers. This is what she's telling young women as a senior citizen. With your success and all the things that you've been through, that's the best advice that you could give these young women, as opposed to giving them more sound, valid, opinion, advice. This is what she's telling them. Let's continue.
It took me years to be able to laugh about it. Right. I had to learn to laugh, not to cry no more. But I did it. Yes.
But what you crying about? Like, what would you should be crying now? What it took you years to cry about? What? The fact that you thought you was better than him and you was too good for him at the time, and he decided, oh no, I'm not gonna deal with you. That's what you crying about after all these years? If you're such a bad bee, why you couldn't get another man after all them years to really commit to you and marry you and be with you? Like, see, this is a bad example, y'all. And listen, I'm not trying to be mean. Y'all know how I feel about a lot of these older broads who could be out here giving good advice to these young women. They hate to do it because they still think they 20 and fine. And you're not. She looked like she don't have teeth at the top, but I know she do. It's just the way something what happened to her face, and it makes her look like she don't have teeth in her mouth. But anyway, I'm just saying, like, you think that you got all this time, y'all. And I'm sorry, y'all. I just was watching this video earlier, and I'm just like, I be talking before I actually start talking. I be talking to myself about this before I actually bring it to you guys. But and then I'll have a video posted of this as well. So make sure you watch the video as well after this live stream, y'all. But baby, I'm just like, a lot of these women don't get it. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to lend a little helping hand. I'll give you a few tips. Something these older senior citizens should be telling these young women, that y'all do not have all this time that you think when you're in your prime, your 20s, your best years. Because they are. I don't care what women try to flip it and switch it and make, oh, well, we're better as we get older. I mean, you might look good. You might be a little bit more smart mentally, maybe, some of them. You might. Oh, can y'all hear me? I'm sorry. I didn't do a sound check. Is the mic okay? Put a 1 in the chat if am I too loud? Put in a 1 in the chat if the sound is good, y'all. 1 in the chat if the sound is good. Am I too loud or is it okay? Because I forgot to do that. But, baby, these older senior citizens refuse. They refuse to tell these young women the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, tell these young... Okay, thank y'all. It's good. Oh, good. Thank you. What's going on, Mauricio? How are you? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Thank y'all. Gotcha. So my thing is good. Thank you. My thing is, as you get older, you're supposed to mature, right? And as mature women, educated, mature women, what do you think that they would have learned something? And if you look, if your time, if you've missed your window, you think that they would have enough sense and confidence within themselves to say, you know what, I missed my chance, I missed my opportunity, but I know better now. I'm not going to be bitter, and I'm not going to gatekeep, and I'm not going to steer these women in the wrong direction. I'm going to use what I've learned, and I'm going to tell these young women the truth. Maybe I didn't get it in my younger years, but at least somebody else can learn and get it. That would be the mature, smart thing to do, but a lot of them don't want to do it. And they still out here thinking that they're 20 and 30. Vivica Fox is swollen, and she's a senior citizen now, and she still probably think that she's just as vibrant and valuable to men as she was when she was in her 20s and 30s. Like, Vivica Fox was a nice looking woman. And she had probably the pick of the litter. She, had men who was probably interested in her, but she thought that she was better than those men. And that's what we're going to get into, because this is an epidemic. This is an issue. A lot of women think like this. They think that they're better than the men, and because they look good and they get the attention, and you think you have all of these options, which you did in your 20s and 30s. The younger, the better. And then successful too. On top of that, you're successful. You got your career going. You're making all this money. Oh, you can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them nothing. But then when they start to decline, oh boy. Oh, all hell breaks loose, because now they're entitled. Now they're like, well, you know who I am? You know, I need somebody to accept me for who and what I am. Because, I need a man who's not going to be intimidated. Ain't no goddamn man intimidated by no goddamn senior citizen. Stop it already. I don't think men are intimidated by women like that. Especially when you're a senior citizen. Like, ain't no man walking around saying, oh yeah, I'm scared to go up to that senior citizen. Oh my God. That's Vivica Fox. She's a senior citizen now. Ooh, I'm afraid to talk to her. Ain't nobody scared to talk to you. First off, they're not trying to talk to you. That's the real gag. And the men that they would want, don't want to, them men want young women. That's the bottom line. I don't care how much women hate to be honest about this. These damn men don't want no old ass women. I'm sorry. And then entitled to, look, I see women, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Now, I don't know what the percentages are, but I've seen women who were 50 something. I'll stick there. Who got married, who was married before, their husbands passed away, they were widowed, and they end up getting married again. And both, her and her husband, they both have grown kids. They ain't trying to have no kids. They just living their lives together. But these are sound-minded people, y'all. These are people who got sense. These are people who understand, oh, you're supposed to work together. That's why they was married before. And they could get married again. Those are the type of relationships and stuff that I see. But this stuff on social media and these entitled, washed up celebrities and stuff, these women, they are on something else. They really are entitled. They really have bought into this whole idea that they're going to be fine and have all these options forever. And it's just not the truth. You should be excited and happy with your life and what you've already accomplished and where you've been, and accept the choices that you made and move on. Not keep sitting back thinking that a man gonna come and take you shopping. Could you take me shopping? Girl, haven't you done enough shopping? Goddamn, I said that before. Well, how much shopping you want? Can you take you shopping and let me go shopping and accept me for who and what are you? You're a senior citizen now. Nobody want to accept senior citizens. That's just what it is. And you can't get mad about it. When it comes to dating, you could be somebody's grandmother. Like, come on now. If a man don't want to go date a grandma, they don't. Bottom line. Let's continue.
In 2003, 50 Cent would shoot his shot at Vivica A. Fox at the BET Awards. And she had to be around 38 to 39. And guess what? She was still fine. 50 Cent must have been about 27 or 28. But their relationship was on fire. I mean, it was brief, but it was very public. But still, we're talking about it today. And we're going to get back to that relationship. As time would go on, Vivica A. Fox and 50 Cent would split up. 50 Cent would transition from hip hop into doing TV shows and movies and things like that, making a lateral move and then what I would consider a vertical move. While, Vivica A. Fox started to do stuff like, I don't know, selling hair bundles and going to some forms of entrepreneurship, getting little roles here and there. But 50 Cent would become a man that she never expected him to become. And she would show some level of chagrin for passing up on 50 Cent.
I've said this many times before, 50 Cent was the love of my life. He was the one that, kind of blew that one. Happens. I was young, had been used to taking care of myself. 50 wanted me to be his princess, and I didn't get it.
Now, Vivica A. Fox.
Now, let's be clear. And I have the clip. O'Shea has the clip in here where 50 talked about what happened. We're going to play that again because I played it before. That man, allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly, that man didn't want you to be his princess. He wanted, he seemed to like her. I mean, because he was with her. But he wanted you to be a cooperative woman. He's going to explain the fact that she thought her ish didn't stink, y'all. Because she was popping and hot at the time, and she thought she was better than him. Her career was, popping and bigger than she was a bigger star than he was at the time, but he had a plan. And he's going to tell you she basically was sunning him, like basically telling him, not listening to him, like, well, so I'm Vivica Fox. You just, young man, like sunning him, like putting him down, like, oh, well, I'm who I am. I can't listen to nothing you're saying. And so he had a plan and it worked out. And now she's sitting back looking stupid because you fumbled that. What you crying? You should be crying and mad at yourself because you're the one who fumbled that. I don't think the relationship is going to work anyway, because a lot of these women are entitled and they don't let that go. You know what I'm saying? You would have to change your mentality. She wasn't going to let that go. He was going to get tired of her anyway. And then she's older than him. And if he stayed with her and she started looking like this, he was going to be out anyway. I'm just saying, when her face swelled up and things started looking weird, he was going to leave and get him a younger woman anyway. I'm just saying. And so, but she's bitter about it. He's not. That man has moved on. He didn't even respond to her really much. He didn't even respond. He's petty. 50 Cent get real petty. He wasn't even petty about the response because he know this is a senior citizen and he want to do nothing to. She's fragile. He don't want to do nothing to hurt her. So, he didn't really do too much. But I'm just saying, like, girl, y'all better wake up. King, what is it? King Asia Matt says, DeeDee, is that an engagement ring or a wedding ring? Just ask for a friend. I'm married, honey. That's my ring. One of my rings. I'm sorry. That's my one of my rings. Yeah, but I'm married. So yeah. Thanks for asking though, because a lot of people may not know. You didn't know, but yeah, shout out to you. Is it? Did I say your name right? King Asia Matt? I can't see y'all. I'm blind as a bat. Yeah, but that's my wedding ring. I'm married. That's one of my rings. And I wear one on this one too. But thank you for asking. Jamil 843, thank you for the super chat. Make sure you guys are super chatting or supporting the channel in that way, please. All I ask is a $5 super chat if you can, or more, to support the channel, you guys. Make sure you are supporting in that way. And I appreciate you guys for doing so. So make sure you are supporting in that way via super chat or Cash App if you can. If not, make sure you hit the like button, all right? I know we got a lot of ballers in the building. Come on. I know y'all. Come on now. Don't play with it. Come on. I know y'all come on now. $5 is what I asked, but if you can do more, make sure you do that. If not, hit the like button. Like button helps as well. Helps to push the videos forward in the algorithm. So make sure you hit the like button. Please hit the like button, you guys. We got about 79 people watching y'all. We only 46 likes. So go ahead and hit the like button for your girl. Please hit the like button. Jamil says, can't believe I live to see Vivica be chopped. Child. Baby, you're going to see a lot more people looking chopped. I mean, we all got to age now. Don't get me wrong. We all got to age. Aging is a process. We all got to get old. If you want to live long, you got to get old. So you got to, take care of your body as best you can and do what you can to make yourself look presentable. But we all got to get old. Come on now. Men get old. Y'all lose y'all hair. Y'all go bald. You're going to get wrinkles. Come on now. Some of y'all going to get pot bellies. Like it's just inevitable. Your ankles going to start hurting, your knees. You know what I'm saying? the back of your neck gonna start hurting. Like, it's just, different things gonna start happening to all of us. Like, but you can, work out and do certain things to like help yourself age better, so you have less of the aging process. But we all got to get, if you want to live a long time, you're going to get old and you're going to experience aging, but you can do it gracefully. But my thing is this, not about aging. It's the fact that a lot of these women are delusional. They're delusional in the process. They think that they're somehow, they like to say, oh, when I was in my 20s, I didn't know shit. Well, a lot of us didn't know shit in our 20s, but guess what? It don't mean you're going to look the same 20s versus 40s. Like, you're going to age. So if you're in your 20s and you got, men, you have options when it comes to men. Snatch one of them good men. You meet some good men, snatch one of them. Same thing for men. I say, look, men, which I think men have a bigger window than we do, because a lot of y'all get older. Y'all can still get women. I mean, to be honest, y'all, because y'all, there are women who will still go with older men. And there's not too many younger men who want to, or men in general who gonna pick a senior citizen. That's just what it is. That's one of those things that we just can't change. So this is why it's more important for women to find a good man when you're young and grab him, baby, and love him, and he love you, and y'all love each other to the end, because, and be loyal to that man, because you're not going to have all these options when you get old, when you become a senior citizen. Ain't no man who has his stuff together gonna go after a 60-year-old. It's just don't be working like that. Unless he's 60, if he's 60 along with you and he like you that much, maybe, if y'all are the same age. But a lot of these 60-year-old men who are in shape and got themselves together, because a lot of 60-year-old men look good. I'm just telling you. A lot of these men who are 60 be having their little gray beards, and they be having it together. These men, they could attract younger women. I'm not saying, 60-year-old dusty man, like crusty, and I don't even like to use the word dusty, y'all. Y'all know I don't like to use the word dusty, but I'm saying if he just really just fat and sloppy and he don't want to do nothing with himself at 60, okay, that's a different story. But I'm talking about these men who groomed and fit and got it together, baby, they can get some younger women, trust me. And so, yeah, but a 60-year-old woman is different. Like, all they gonna do is call her a cougar and sleep with her and brag about getting that cougar coochie. And then they're going to keep it moving. What's the point of a younger man wifing up a 60-year-old cougar? What, you can't get no baby out of? What you going to do with her? Like, once you done knock that down, like, that's it. Ain't nothing else what else you going to, she could be nice looking and y'all can have fun, but that's about it. Y'all going to have fun. What's her name? The Ross girl. Same thing with her. You got a few of them out here. What's her name? What's the Ross girl? Diana Ross' daughter. Child, her too. She out here fooling with these younger men, getting, banged in left and right by Johnny, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, Pookie, Ray Ray, Tom Petty, the game host, whoever, everybody. She's getting knocked down, allegedly, by all these different young cats, because ain't no man. What's the point? The whole point of a man taking a woman seriously is so that he can build a family, build a life with her. If you can't build a life with somebody, all you can do is have fun with them. Y'all, they're for fun times. That's it. You fun time with them, y'all can have a good old time. Good times, laughter, all that, and then you leave. That's what they don't understand. But anyway, and then they think it's wrong. It ain't wrong. That's just the nature of what it is. Thank you, Jamil. Once again, I appreciate you. Jamil again says the voice changes. Be killing me, DeeDee. LOL. No, I'm just saying, because that's how she sounds. I want a man who's going to accept me for who and what I am. A man who's going to take me shopping. That's how she sounds. Like she been smoking cigarettes for years. Like she been smoking a pack a day. I'm just saying. I don't know. Her face is swollen. It just looks something different. She looked great for years. And then all of a sudden it took a turn. And then she started talking like she got cigarettes in her throat. I'm just saying. I want somebody to take me shopping and understand who and what I am, and not be intimidated by who and what I am. Take me shopping. Like, come on now, girl. What happened? Shit. Anyway, shout out to Vivica. It's just, it's just a delusional state. That's all that a lot of women are in. And I hopefully it could change the way they think for the better. Jamil once again says most women only get one man in life that'll ever really give a F about them, and then fumble him. And you got a point there, but I don't think women realize that. You know, they don't realize it. Listen, when it comes to, thank you, Jamil. Once again, I appreciate the support. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I think a lot of women, especially attractive women who are used to attention, it could be very difficult for them to accept a man in their prime because they're getting all this attention from all these different guys. And it's hard for them to choose because they think, well, I don't want to choose this guy and, you know, I miss out on something because I might have an opportunity to choose something better. I want the most, the bang for my buck. I want the most I can get out of a man. So I'm going to hold out, especially when you have women who are in, you know, entertainment, women who are around celebrities and things of that nature. They feel like, hey, if I'm getting this attention now, why would I just go get with this one guy and be with him when I could possibly get more? And I want more. I want to make sure I get the best that I could get, the man with the most money, I want to weigh my options and get the most out of the deal. By the time they figure out or think that they're getting the most, those options start to dry up. They don't think that their options are going to dry up. They think that the options are going to get better and better and better but as they don't realize, as they're getting older, those options dwindle. They don't go up, they go down. This is something that somebody should have told these women a long time ago. They really think that as they get older, they get better physically and that their options are going to stay up here and then it go down, because when you 20, oh my God, everybody's trying to holler at you. Everybody's trying to get your attention. Everybody's like, oh, she look good. She fine. Oh my God, if she nice too, and if she got a personality. Oh my God, and she could cook and she could do. Now the competition is there because they're all in competition with trying to get you. So you need to pick one and stick with it and be happy with your choice. But they don't. They think that those options are going to always be there, that they're endless amounts of options. And as they get older, they realize it start to dwindle. And then they start asking, not what's wrong with me, but what's wrong with them. So they start asking the wrong questions. What's wrong with the men? What's wrong with the men? Ain't nothing wrong with the men. The men been consistent. It's you that has the problem. It's you that's delusional, that thinks that you still have all these options the older you get and still can have options. And they still squander them. You can have a good man, but he ain't good enough. So, because I'm going to get somebody else because I can always go get another man. No, and then you end up sleeping with all these guys, but nothing really serious comes out of it. And that's just what it tends to be to your Vivica Fox age, to your 60s, to your 60s, still complaining. Now there's no options. Now you just stuck like Chuck, and that's it. And delusional and bitter. That's what it becomes. John Tell, thank you for the super chat, says she didn't just fumble. She threw an interception, baby. She lined up off sides. She false started. She did pass interference. She forgot her mouthpiece, baby. Oh my God. Baby, I know you ain't lying. No lies detected, Jontel, in your football analogies. Yeah, she really did. And she's really bitter about it. But you know how women do. They like to project. So you go out here, instead of being honest, you're like, well, I've cried like he did you something dirty, like he did you dirty, like he did you wrong. He didn't do you wrong. You fumbled that. It was your fault because you thought you was better than him. You fumbled it. So that's why she mad about it. It's like, damn, you ain't never had another man after that to try to come and swoop you up? Ain't not one good man after 50 came and said, ooh, come on, baby, I want you, Miss Vivica Fox. I'll take you shopping. Come on, Vivica Fox. I understand who and what you are, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Ain't no man came after you after that and said, you're worth my time, Miss Vivica. I know your career. I love you. You ain't have nobody to come after him that could do right by you and share life with you. Something wrong with that. Thank you, John Tell. I appreciate you. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Ishmael, thank you for the super chat. Says love the content, DeeDee. Thank you. I appreciate you. And thank you so much for being here. And thanks for supporting the channel. I appreciate it. Tracy Ross. Yes, I couldn't get her name out. Tracy Ellis Ross. She another one too. She out here fooling with these young men. They just happy to be with her, say they've been with her, been with a cougar. That's it. They don't want her. They don't want her either. Let me I'm gonna read the super chats and we're gonna continue. Jamel says, random, but my hood chick got her EBT baby. She got it back. Oh yeah, they opened the government, so she got it back, Jamel. She got an EBT back, y'all back in business. Oh Lord, y'all a mess. Okay, till I say congratulations. What y'all cooking? She cooking? Child, what y'all cooking tonight then? She got her EBT back, y'all back in business, baby. You can't make this up. Y'all are hot mess. Lord have mercy. Well, good for y'all. Oh, Lord have mercy. Thank you, Jamil. A hot mess. Frederick Howard, 2300. Thank you for the super chat, super sticker. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the support. And thank you so much for being here. Oh my God. I wasn't ready for that one. Y'all crazy. Oh my God. Oh Lord. Live from New York. Thank you for the super chat. It says the wall hit Vivica so hard she has to trick. Baby, you can't make it up. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Let's continue, y'all.
Would still be beautiful. But then something started to happen. We started to see her face change a lot. And not that she was ugly or anything. It's just that her face got a lot wider out of the blue. Now, it's not because I feel like she put on, weight or anything, because even when she was like 50, she still looked like she always looked. But then something just happened, it's like her face started kind of swelling up. And then Tasha K did this.
This looks normal. Besides all the Botox. And they put too much Botox in the forehead, so it's spreading the forehead, because what it does is stretches your skin out when you do Botox, and when it dissolves, your skin gets thick. It's kind of like losing weight and gaining weight and losing weight. And
yeah, women got to be careful with that Botox, baby. Because a lot of times I get these frown lines like right here and on my nose. But baby, let me tell you something. That Botox is not good. They're saying that is basically poison that you're putting in your body. I would not do it. Stay away from that stuff. People don't realize it might look okay and give you the results that you want temporarily, but as you age, it starts to look bad. That could be part of the reason for, Vivica's face swelling up, allegedly, face get crooked and looking crazy and stuff. You gain weight and then all that stuff starts to unravel. And the older you get, you start to age weirdly, because all of these chemicals and things you put in your body make you age go like worse, like 10 times worse than you just accepting that you're getting older. You know what I'm saying? Now, listen, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm not completely against people doing things to enhance their look or whatever, because who knows, baby? Who knows? But what I'm saying is you have to be careful. I wouldn't just be running out here jumping and doing everything and doing all this stuff, because it does make you look worse. You see a lot of older women, especially. See, a lot of men, there are men who get some procedures done, but mostly in general, overall, men don't really do all that. We as women, we do the worst, because y'all say we age like milk, right? So a lot of these women age like milk. And so they, and especially if you're in a public eye and people are seeing you all the time, people aren't used to people aging anymore, because everybody's using filters. Everybody's, wearing makeup. Everybody's doing things to make themselves look younger. So when you see somebody who's aging naturally, oh my God, it's a shock. You see people on social media just clowning them, talking about, oh my God, they're not used to people getting old, especially women. We see men all the time because we're used to seeing men in their natural state. We're not used to seeing men with all this Botox, and I know there are some men who do Botox, trust me, but we don't see it in vast numbers. Most men don't even do none of this stuff. Y'all get haircuts or y'all get locks or whatever you do, smooth your bald head or whatever you do, shave, and you grow your beards out or whatever. Y'all clean y'all just look. Y'all, we see y'all for who y'all are, like how you age naturally. And if you notice, a lot of men who age, especially black men, they look pretty damn good, in my opinion. They don't usually have a lot of saggy. Black women too now. A lot of black women look good. You take care of yourself, you look good. But what I'm saying is, a lot of men that you see who get older, once again, the first thing you notice, a lot of them go bald now. They go bald, they lose their hair. And that's all good. They shave it, it looks good. They still get that facial hair. Look good. Take care of your body. You're in shape. You dress nice, smell nice. You look good. Men look good. And they just like that. Whatever, how they age is how they age. Women, on the other hand, are forced and feel that they have to go get enhancements and get facial procedures and all of this stuff because they don't like how they look naturally. So they go get these things done, like I said before, and then you look worse off once that stuff starts to settle in. It really starts to do the opposite to your face. I don't know if you guys know Brandy, the white lady, Brandy Glanfield or Glan something, whatever her name is. She had surgeries and stuff on her face. She was from one of those housewife shows. She was married to what's that man name? Damn it. His wife now. He's married to LeAnn Rimes now. Her name Brandy. He got 2 kids with her, but he's married to LeAnn Rimes. I forget his Eddie Cibrian, I think that's his name. If y'all know them? Oh my God, Brandy, she looks horrible. She was an attractive woman years ago, but she had a lot of stuff done to her face and she looks bad. And so I just say that to say, you know, men age better in my opinion because they don't do all this stuff to their face. They really don't. They just age let it go the way it go. And they may get some things done, certain men. But for the most part, men just age gracefully. They don't do all that. But women, there's a lot of pressure on women to change things and lift this and do that and do that. And especially to your face, when you start messing with your face, you start changing, the regular aging process. And then in the end, it looks crazy. It looks crazy to me. But let's continue.
The skin starts sagging, so they put more Botox in so the face gets bigger and bigger and wider. Hey, there's no issue with this video at all. However, keep watching.
So as it appears, Vivica A. Fox was receiving Botox injections, and it does swell your face, and then it stretches your skin out, which makes sense as to why Vivica A. Fox's, public appearance changed. And then this.
She looks like a normal 50-plus-year-old black woman. The BBL's a little off. It don't match the legs, but...
Oh, yeah, that BBL.
Pause. Who is that? Who the f*** is
that? Shout out to Sasha K. So, in that picture, which I saw this a while back, so they altered the picture. So she looked even smaller in the body and her face is smoothed out and it looks smaller. It looked like her old face. So they edited the picture. So it looked like she looked 15 to 20 years younger. So yeah, that's just taking it too far. That's taking it too far. We saw the original, then for the pictures, she looked like her old self, which was crazy to me. I don't know. To me, that's taking it too far. I could see a little bit, but Jesus Lord, no, man. We know that's not your face today. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue.
I know a lot of men are getting a lot of enjoyment out of talking about what she looked like back in the day versus what she looked like now and why she didn't want these things when she looked her best. But let's keep it for real. Most people, this is what they do. Most people, when they look their best, when they're in the best position financially, they don't want to settle down. They don't want the people that want them at that time.
Yep.
Right? They think they got so many options. They think that so many people want them that they can keep playing around. And then finally, when that money dry up or when them looks ain't the same, then all of a sudden, that's when them standards start dropping and they willing to accept certain things. Or they keep the same standards and now it sounds delusional that they want these things when they don't look the same or they not in the same place financially.
Like, that's exactly what my experience with, what's the name was like? With Vivica.
Oh, with Vivica.
She thought I was just saying this stuff like I was overzealous.
Right.
But I had really the plan, like the layout.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm saying, and then...
You had the vision.
And then she went off doing stuff that because she didn't...
She didn't believe it.
Believe it. Like, and then it was like... it felt like the court was dragging the horse.
Right.
And then I had to move away from that because it felt weird, Mike. Like, it's like... That's how publicists and stuff was telling the stuff to do.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, this is crazy. Because she'd been on before me. Okay. She was making me feel like a little boy.
Right. And so that's basically why he had to get away from her, like he said, because once again, she was treating him like she was better than him. You know, she was popular and hotter at the time, and he had a plan, probably told it to her, and she didn't believe it or whatever, or like whatever, and treating him a certain way. And most men are not going to tolerate that. They don't care who and what you are. You know what I'm saying? He has some goals for his life and he followed through with them. And now she's sitting back mad and bitter, telling people don't date him because, you know, because she missed her mark. You know, now you're on the flip side of all of this. Now he's worth more and more successful than she is. And now you're by yourself. He can still go out and find him a young woman to be with. He really can. She, on the other hand, is having a hard time finding somebody who's successful as he is to want to pick her. You see what I'm saying? See, the tables have flipped. This is why I say when women become successful, they get besides themselves and they think that they're better than the average man or any man. And if you know, even if y'all both are successful and you're in a relationship with this type of woman who thinks this way, it's going to fail because now y'all going to be in competition. And I don't think that's you should not be in competition with your spouse. You should not be in competition. That is never going to work. And I've seen that happen where, you know, couples are in competition with each other. It doesn't work because it shouldn't be a competition. That does not yield great lasting relationships. Those relationships usually fail. So yeah, you don't want to be in competition with you don't want to be fighting with your person to determine who's better than the other. It's irrelevant because y'all supposed to be in it together. So, you know, that's what happens when women become successful. They become entitled. They become successful to show the world and men that they can be just as good as them, or if not better. When men become successful, men are looking to become successful with a purpose, so that they can. This is why they say most successful men have wives in their family. Not because the reason a lot of women try to make it out to be like, oh, because he's successful because he got a woman by his side. No, he wants a family. He want to have kids. He want to have something to leave behind. He's not just doing it just to gloat and say, see, I could do it. No, he's doing it with a purpose. A lot of women are successful because they're trying to prove a point. You're successful and you're trying to prove that you can do it. You're not doing it to you know what I mean? To with the purpose of raising a family and having a man. No, you're doing it to prove that you can do it. And once you've proven that you can do it, now you still want a provider and a protector. You still want a man to come in as the sole provider to come in and protect and provide for you and your kids. That's the difference. Men understand that, hey, as a man, because as a man, that would be a part of their role. The whole part of a man being successful and building up something that's worth something is so that he can have a family that he can provide for overall. You know, most men will say, listen, I don't have no kids. For men who don't have kids and don't have a wife, they can live a modest life and they can live a good one too. There are a lot of single men out here who are living really well. They can go get a townhouse and get a small apartment. They could get a 1-bedroom small apartment. Hell, there are men who I don't know what studio apartments cost now, but I know back in the day, studio apartments exist. Do they still exist? Do studio apartments exist? I have no clue. But there are men who would live in studio apartments. I mean, nice, just enough space for just them. It's just one person. They have everything that they need in that studio apartment. And they in there. It's neat. It's clean. It's together. They got their things organized. Drive nice cars. I didn't say super expensive, but even some of them do. Drive nice cars. Go to work. Have they stuff together. You know, living their best life. Got money in the bank, savings, investments, and everything. Living their best life by themselves. And they have exactly what they need. But when it comes to single women who may not have kids, which we know a lot of them do have kids, but if she doesn't, she want a big old house with just her in it. Now she's working, got a good job. She gonna get a big old house with just her in it, living like the Joneses, got all these rooms, furnishing it out, all this expensive stuff, spending every nickel that she's making. So she's going to spend way more for things she don't need to try to look good to others to prove that she can do it and she can live this great life by herself. But she can't wait to find a man who's going to come in and take on those bills and give her a soft girl life. That's the stupidest thing ever. You go through all that hard work just to prove that you can do it and that you are equal to a man, but you only want to do it for a certain amount of time. You don't want to do that for a lifetime. You don't want to sit there and have to pay all them high-ass bills by yourself for a lifetime. No, they do it to prove a point, and when they done proving a point, now they're like, oh, I'm ready for my man now. Where's my king? Come on, I need my king. You hear it all the time. You hear him all the time. Oh, I'm ready for my king now. I want to come in and take this load off of me. Are you serious? That man don't want to. What man in his right mind who can go live in a studio apartment with a kitchen, a area to put his bed, a bathroom, everything he needs to live, just him, where he don't have to pay an exorbitant amount of rent. It's just him in a nice spot. I'm not saying no trashy place, a nice place. And he can go in there and have his stuff the way he wants, live in peace. Don't have nobody yapping and nagging. He can live in peace, right? In his studio apartment, right? And go to work, come back. He know how to cook. Because they be acting like these men now are like some damn cavemen or something, like they don't know how to do anything. They have this assumption or this idea that a man can't do anything without a woman. That's a bunch of bullshit and lies. That is so far from the truth. Men know how to cook better than a lot of these women, honestly. Hell, my husband knows how to cook. We both know how to cook. So we both cook. My sons know how to cook. My daughters know how to cook. So my sons know how to cook. So they know how to cook for themselves. They don't need nobody to cook for them. They really don't. They know how to wash clothes. They know how to cook. They know how to survive. Like, come on. Like, why they be acting like these men are like cavemen and they just came out the caves and they don't know how to do nothing for themselves. They need women. No, they know how to take care of themselves. They really do. I don't know why, but this to make them feel like they're needed so much. You're not needed as much as you think you are. These men know how to cook better than a lot of these women. So they don't need y'all the way y'all think. And so why would a man take from his peaceful life that he's created for himself? He don't need nothing from nobody, right? He can take care of himself. He's doing well. Peaceful in his own environment. Why would he walk away from that to go to this woman who's spending way too much money in her big old house with her kids? Because I'm pretty sure there's 1 or 2 kids in there by Pookie and Ray Ray, who ain't got nothing to do with them kids. And you want you to come in and give her a soft girl life. So you come from your peaceful environment where you're at peace. You good. To go on and take on her extravagant lifestyle that she created for herself, you had nothing to do with it. You made no decisions in that. You have nothing to do with that. You coming into her life with her rules, with her kids. You coming in and spending way more money than you need to be with her. And she got 2 kids by Pookie and Ray Ray. Been ran through in all her 20s. Now she at 30s, established her own career, got her own house. Now she got a whole bunch of debt. You, on the other hand, don't have all that debt because you're living modestly and comfortably. And you can manage your stuff just fine with extras. Now she wants you to come and take on all her goddamn bills, all her debt, all of the stuff that she's created that she's tired of, by the way, because she's tired of working hard because now she's getting tired of paying all these bills. So now she is saying, come on, babe, come on, let's live modestly together and let's work together. No, she's saying, I need you to come in and take on the whole shebang. I need you to come in as a real man. You know what I'm saying? And come in and take on all of this because this is what real men do. They come in and pay for everything. Are you kidding me? What man, and y'all tell me, what man do you know is going to do that? You got to be out your goddamn mind if you are. I'm sorry. I think you got to be batshit crazy if you going to leave your peaceful life to go and take on somebody's debt and their bills and Pookie and Ray Ray kids. You got to be totally insane or something got to be wrong with you mentally for you to go and do that. That wouldn't make one bit of sense. One bit of sense. You setting if you do that, I don't care how good she look, how big the booty is, you set yourself up for failure, baby. And if y'all doing that, baby, I'm gonna tell you right now, don't do it. Don't make a fool of yourself because it just doesn't make any logical sense. And this is what women are asking men to do. In the name of, oh, y'all need us. No, they don't. No, they don't. They know how to take care of themselves. They're not dumb. But this is what they try to put out there. Y'all try to make it seem like, oh, these men, they need us. No, they don't. They're doing just fine without you, boo-boo. Y'all need them. That's why you try to convince them that they need you. It's like y'all playing these mind games. Y'all trying to do this bait and switch or trying to make these men think that, oh, they need you. So no, they don't. All these men, I see, and this is just, and I see it in real life and on social media. All these single men living in their nice apartments. I mean, some of these men showing y'all how they maintain their apartments and stuff. The ones that are on social, I mean, they don't have a woman in sight. Now they might want a woman, but they know their worth. Now they know their worth. They know that they don't need a nagging woman coming in trying to tell them what to do. They don't need that. As much as women like to complain about, oh my God, these men want to be controlled. No, y'all know y'all want to control a man. You want to tell them what to do, how to do it, when to do it, where to go, how to dress, what to do, who to talk to, who to this. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. That is, them days are over. Y'all like to talk about, oh, the days are over where women couldn't have bank. Y'all can have all y'all want now. So stop talking about it. You can have a bank account. You can do your own thing, pay all your bills, do all your own shit. You don't need no man. And these men don't need y'all. And, you know, we would love to see men and women work together and think that we need each other or we can work together. But if y'all saying y'all don't need no man, guess what? These men don't really need you either. They don't really need you either. And y'all, and I swear to God, they really be trying to push that narrative that these men need. No, they don't. Look at all these men out here. And that's what they don't like. This is why they want to do away with the black man, because these black men don't need them. These men are living their lives, doing their own thing, and ain't even worried about y'all. So now y'all pissed and mad because now y'all really do got to live up to your own expectations of being like a man. Now you really got to show and prove. You can't just talk about it. And it's not you can't just do it just when you want to do it. No, you got to do it now. Now you got to pay all your own damn bills. Now there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You got to focus on you and you got to depend on you because these men, they're not doing it. They're not letting y'all take advantage of them. So now you're pissed. Like, oh, damn. I thought I was just going to do it till I was tired. And then I could just get a man to come and do it. Now these men ain't doing it. So now you got to depend on you. Now that you got to depend on you and you have no other recourse, now y'all mad. Now you don't want to do it. Oh, because these men, we don't want them because they done really got besides themselves. Why? Because they're using their brain and they realize it's smarter to not deal with y'all foolishness. It's crazy, but it is what it is. Winter is here, child.
Winter is here. Winter is here.
And now they don't like it. Now y'all run and try to hide. Y'all now, you know, I said it before. Now they're going to be looking for a cuddle buddy. Now they're going to be out here looking for a man to be with them for the holidays and stuff. Because now they're going to feel the winter again. Y'all going to feel the cold for real. Now you ain't got nobody. Now you're going to begin depressed for the holiday depression season. That's what I call it. Holiday depression. Because now y'all got to now y'all got to feel the cold as a consequence of your actions. And they don't like that either. So all they try to do is keep shaming men, keep shaming them because these men ain't buying it. Now these men will be like, what y'all say? We don't care. We don't care. In Stephen A's voice, we don't care. That's all I see. That's all I see men saying, we don't care. They're not even trying to hear y'all. So that's what I think a lot of these particular women have created. Y'all have a lot of women. I ain't gonna say y'all, because, you know, I acknowledge and I will acknowledge that this is because I know there are some women who don't think like this. There are good women who don't think like that. So I'm not going to put every woman in that category. But for the ones who think this way, you know, or really believe that this is the way that they should go and it's not working, y'all gotta make some changes. Now it's a different world now. The men are not trying to hear what y'all saying. They're really not. And so you're going to have to figure out another plan. You're going to have to figure out something else because what y'all are doing is not working. Jontel, thank you for the super chat, says two-bedroom condo, small room turning into home gym. Exactly. There's a lot of men who don't need no woman. Hannibal, thank you for the super chat, says you talking about me right now. Okay. Thank you, Hannibal. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the support. Jamil says modern women are in a one-sided competition with men and are pissed when men don't care. LOL. Exactly. Thank you, Jamil. Jontel says Foreman grill, air fryer, NutriBullet got my meals. Thank you, Jontel. I appreciate you once again. Exactly. I mean, come on now. And this is what we see. We see this. Classy, what's going on, Classy young man? Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, I cook my own Thanksgiving dinner. I was taught by the men and women in my family. I know that's right. Oh my God. Exactly. Thank you, Classy. I appreciate you for being here and for the super chat. Thank you. Mauricio91 says, marriage. Hey, I have a slow cooker, crock pot, silent, and I have a hot meal after work. Thank you, Mauricio91. I appreciate you for the super chat. Exactly. I mean, come on. Latrell, what's going on, Latrell? How are you? Thank you for the super chat. It says, the devil can't make hell look beautiful, so he makes beautiful roads that lead there. Right. Thank you, Latrell. I appreciate you. Right. Yeah, I mean, come on now. We see this. But I swear, I hear a lot of women on a lot of panels on social media make it seem like, oh, y'all can't do anything without us. No, y'all gotta stop. Oh, you would know your ass from your feet if it wasn't for. So you really? This is what they're saying. So they're trying to use any and every tactic that they can to try to prove that men need women. Men would like to have a good woman. I'm pretty sure by their side. I'm pretty sure you would like a nice, attractive, beautiful woman that's there for you and with you. I'm pretty sure most men would like that. But if they don't have it, they're not gonna fall dead on the floor. No, they're gonna live their life, and they living their lives. Y'all gotta understand, these men don't fall apart without you. They would like you to be there, but if they don't have you, their life still goes on. They're not gonna turn around and just fall dead because you're not there. No, they keep on thriving. Matter of fact, this is why you see women who choose to leave their husbands, right? These women who think that, oh my God, I'm done. This doesn't serve me anymore. My husband, he's this and he's that and he's that. I gotta walk away. And then when you walk away, he don't put up a fight. He may be hurt. But once again, men and women don't respond the same way. We're not the same. So a man could be hurt, but he's not going to respond the way you would. So, and I noticed that men, they could be silent and they're collecting their thoughts. A lot of men move in silence. A lot of men don't bitch and complain and moan like a woman. Oh, why are you leaving me? Now, if I saw that happen, I'm pretty sure it might be something to do that, I would be in a world of shock. If I saw a man screaming and crying, saying, why are you leaving me? And all that, baby, I'd probably be on the floor laughing. I'm not saying that it don't happen, and then maybe that's just the way he expressed himself. But that shit would shock the hell out of me. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie, because I ain't never seen it. Because men move differently for the most part. Now, there might be some who's raised by some single mother. I don't know. Who gonna be like, she like, oh, I'm leaving. I'm tired of your shit and I'm leaving. And most men will be like, oh, okay, well, if that's what you want to do. Now, they could be hurt now because they're human. But most men I've seen deal with that kind of stuff. Okay, all right, well, they deal with it, they process it, and they move on. Yes, they're probably hurt, depending on the situation. But they're not going to be screaming, oh my, why you leaving me? You can't go nowhere. And all that to try to stop them. No, they're going to let you do what they want to do because they know that's not going to help anything by them trying. They can't force you to do it. They accept it for the most part and they move on. And that's what kills women because women want you to be screaming like falling all over the place and screaming and I don't leave. And why are you going to do that to me? And putting up a fight and doing all this so they could just be like, I got to leave because you this and you don't want to do this and you don't. And then you leave, and it's like the more you try to convince them not to leave, the more they keep pushing to leave. Then when you just accept it and be like, okay, well, okay, that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. Because that's what I see. Well, that's what you want to do? All right. And then she looks stupid. If you ever been in a relationship with a woman and she told you she was leaving you and you responded like that, if you've ever been in a situation, let me know if I'm wrong. Have you ever, did you ever take a glimpse at her face when you kind of like, okay, if that's what you want to do, they'll look at you. They'll glimpse at you like they're trying to get a reaction out of you. Just pay attention. If you ever in that situation or you've been there, look at their face. They kind of look a little perplexed. Because they want you to start screaming out and grabbing them and saying, why are you leaving me? Oh my God, I don't know what I'm going to do without you. That's what they want you to do. So they can feel good. Like this nigga can't do shit without me. That's what they want to feel like. They want that feeling. When you move on, you be like, okay, if that's what you want to do, I'm gonna come get my stuff or whatever, and I'll move out, or you know, they be pissed. So they'll keep messing with you, keep calling you to just kind of get a rise out you, you know, and when they don't get that rise, oh my God, I'm telling you now, it pisses them off. I don't know what's wrong with women. I really don't know what's wrong with women. They really want a rise out of you. So it pisses them off the calmer you are. And then when y'all finally break up and you go off and you go and get you a place quickly too, you go get you a place quickly. They be like, he moved on so quick. I don't know how to feel. I don't know. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. They do it all the time. You see these little videos on social media, but baby, this is real. In real life, they like that. And they tell their girlfriends, girl, he don't really give a shit. He moved on so fast. Why? Because y'all, I don't know where they get this. I don't know what's wrong with us. Women, I'm telling you, a batshit crazy, I tell you. They can't stand that you move on, even though they're the ones who told you they're leaving. There was a reality show where the lady, her and the guy was talking, and she bring him into the restaurant or whatever it was at. I don't know if y'all remember that. It was on all over social media, and he was telling her, well, she was telling him, I think we should move. I haven't talked to you, and doesn't seem like you want to make any changes, and this and that and third. And you know, I just think it should be over. And he was like, okay. Then look what she's. Is that all you got to say? What the hell you want him to say? You want him to start? I know she wanted him to start crying, saying, "Why you want to leave me? Why would you want to do that to me?" So she could feel emboldened, like, see the effect I have on him. It's just the stupidest thing ever. It really is. It's stupid. It really is. What y'all call, is that what y'all call it? Gaslighting? It just don't make any sense. You want to leave. But then you get mad when he just accepts what you want. But then y'all try to say men are controlling when he's not controlling. He's accepting what you're saying. He can't change your mind. But they want you to cry in agony and beg for their attention back and all this. And like it's the stupidest thing ever. Like, don't fall for it, please. But they be mad. Get away from them. Don't, if a woman tells you, she don't want to be with you, okay, get out of her face real quick. Don't even sit there. Just get up and move because she crazy. And they don't respond well when they don't get the reaction out of you that they want. You know what I'm saying? So just don't even give it to them at all. Don't be in their presence. And you'll see they'll come track you down. They'll be trying to follow you, stalking you, see, well, why did he ain't had nothing to say? He must got another woman. They'll assume that you got a woman that fast. Like that, because they can't fathom the idea that you're just accepting of what they're asking for. Then they'll go off and tell their girlfriends, well, he must never really cared in the beginning. No, he accepting what you're saying. You want him to fight you over it for what? So you could turn around and say, girl, he's stupid. So you can't win for losing with women. You can't win in no way, shape, or form. If you put up a fight and act crazy, she gonna talk about that. If you don't put up a fight and you accept what she's saying, she gonna have a problem with that. So you can't understand the mentality of most women. Most women are batshit crazy when it comes to how they think. And it really takes us years and years of therapy and self-reflecting and just having somebody who gonna set you straight, who gonna let you know and show you. That's what I say. Because I had to deal with that too. I had to go through that. I had to be shown myself because, of course, I say these things for a reason. I don't exclude myself. I just been in a marriage and a relationship for years where I could work on myself. This is why I say you don't necessarily, it would be optimal. In my opinion, it would be preferable if you could work on yourself and learn these things before you get in a relationship. But a lot of times you don't. You meet the love of your life that y'all are together and y'all go through the shit. Then you learn. You learn like what y'all learning on the job. You know what I'm saying? I had to do that. But thank God I wasn't far too gone in the first place, and I knew certain things, I wasn't completely oblivious, but yeah, I had to work on some stuff too in my marriage while I was married. So it's like, you can do that. I wouldn't advise it. I think you should work on yourself before getting married so you can eliminate some of the stuff. But because, nobody wants to have to deal with a crazy person. Nobody want to have to deal with somebody who just completely combative. You know what I'm saying? And thank God I wasn't completely combative, but I had a little bit of combativeness there. Trust me, I was raised by a single mother. So you pick up certain traits from those people, from your parenting, how you was raised. Nobody's exempt. That's why I say everybody got something they got to work on. You're not going to find one person who don't have no flaws, nothing that they got to work. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have flawed people. So you just got to know what you will accept and what you won't. I always say you don't tolerate disrespect. If somebody's just coming out the gate with disrespect, oh, hell no, baby. Hell to the no. They're going to have to learn how to be respectful first. You know, that's one thing. I don't believe in disrespecting people because you want respect, so you got to give it. You know what I'm saying? If I want to be respected, I need to be respectful. So you can't come into it with that. But I'm saying as far as, you know, thinking a certain way and thinking things supposed to be a certain way based off of how you was raised, you got to learn the difference. You got to throw away sometimes the things that you were taught. Just because your mother or father or whoever taught you certain things, it don't necessarily mean that those things are productive when it comes to relationships. You got to, you know, kind of weed through what's acceptable, what's not. You know, when you creating your own relationship and your own family, you have to know what it is that you want, you know, and what's acceptable and what's unacceptable for you. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of things that we were taught were not conducive to healthy relationships. Just because our mamas or our daddies or our grandmothers told it to us doesn't mean it was right. So you have to decipher for yourself what's best for you in your relationship. That's to create your own, you know, your own family and household. And so, yeah, you got to know what it is, what your standards are, what your boundaries are, what you will and will not accept, and you got to stick to that. And you got to find somebody who's within that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you know, I just think it's crazy. And I just think that everybody has some things that they got to work on. Everybody got to work on themselves in some way, shape, or form. Nobody's walking around here perfect and got it all made in the shade. They just don't. You just got to know what's acceptable and what's not, what's too much and what's not. You know what I mean? And so when you have two people who know that they're both flawed, they both have issues that they got to work on. I think when you're realistic and you know that you're not perfect and both of y'all know that, it makes it easier for y'all to work together. You're like, you know what? I can't hold you to a standard that I don't hold to myself or that I haven't held myself to. Hey, I know I got some issues, or, you know, you might be a little combative, or you might be, you know, you might have anger issues, whatever your issue might be, you got to be aware of that. You know, being self-aware is very important, especially when you talk about relationships. In general, it is, but when you talk about getting with somebody else, you need to know where you stand. You need to know your flaw. You need to make that person aware. Hey, look, I got a little temper, or I got this, or, you know, I ain't gonna knock your head in between the wash and the dryer, but you know what? Sometimes I got a little temper or whatever, but you make them aware of that. And that way they could be aware of that, and they can decide if that's something they can deal with or not. You know, the other person, like, look, you know, whatever your issues are, because we all have them, you need to be aware of that. And if y'all willing to work with each other, it's feasible. It's possible. If y'all are working together, but you can't have a person in a relationship who's entitled, who think, oh, my shit don't stink. I'm better than you because I got a degree, and oh my God, you can't tell me nothing. You better listen to everything I say, or what. Well, then you won't be by yourself, baby, because ain't nobody perfect. Ain't nobody gonna just sit here and listen to everything you got to say, and they can't say nothing back. What? I don't know. Anyway, Irving, what's going on? See, Irving says, DeeDee, you're not lying. I never rise to their level. I'm collected about it and accept the loss, regardless of who breaks up with who. No lies told. Exactly. Thank you, see, Irving. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, they want to rise out of you. Women, this is why women taunt men. This is why they get in your face and try to, you know, they want you to hit them a lot of times too, so they can mess your life up. You got to know when a woman starts acting like, get out of her presence, get away, because they hate for you to walk away, and they'll come behind you. Please get away from them. Don't egg them on. Don't you know? Don't what's the word I'm looking for? Don't antagonize them. Don't move away. Be quiet and and keep a camera. Record their ass and keep them moving. Thank you, C. Irvin. I appreciate you. Somebody said they better find the bears. Irving Hunt, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Says support the channel and hit the like button for DeeDee, y'all. Thank you, Irvin Hunt. I appreciate you so much for the support. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, please hit the like button, you guys. Hit the like button, hit the like button. So yeah, it's just a lot, but yeah, it's just a hot mess. So we're gonna move on to thank you, Irvin Hunt, once again. I appreciate you. See, Irving, thank you once again for the super chat. Says, I think people who see themselves as a perfectionist find it hard to take feedback. Oh, those people tend to be the most combative and uncooperative, right? The ones who are perfectionists, right? Right. Because they think, because I'm a perfectionist, I like everything perfect. Yeah, just saying that you're a perfectionist makes you more difficult, in my opinion. Because it's like, and that carries over into a relationship. You want everything to be perfect. That's kind of difficult to achieve, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And so if that's your work environment, if you're working and you want to make sure things are right, I guess I don't see a problem with that. But when you translate that into a relationship with a person we are all imperfect, come on now. And the thing about it, if you love somebody for real, there's some shit that you will be willing to take. Let's be honest. If anybody ever been in love, that there's some stuff that you've taken off of your spouse. There's some things that you let slide because the fact that you love that person. You know what I'm saying? Am I lying? Let me know. Have you ever loved somebody and you took their BS to a degree? Yeah, of course. It's just a part of human nature. Because you love them, you take things off of them. That's just real. But then if it gets to a point where it's just totally disrespectful, totally out of line, that's where you have to love yourself enough to not accept that, to not accept somebody who just blatantly disrespects you and don't really, and who shows their true nature, who really don't give a shit about you. You get what I'm saying? You got to get to a point. I think men are the ones who've done this the most, honestly, because I think women are a little more cutthroat. I think more women are more cutthroat than men. This is why they always say men are just so horrible. No, they're projecting. A lot of women are way more cutthroat. A lot of women don't really give a shit about a lot of men, to be honest. A lot of these women don't really give a shit like that. That's why the minute you can't provide for them, and the only reason why a lot of these women are with certain men is because they can benefit from them. As long as you can benefit from him, it's okay. You'll tolerate them. But the minute he can't offer you anything, or just say something happens where he can't, that's why they leave so quickly. Oh, if it doesn't serve me, I'm out. Women are a little bit more cutthroat than men. I think men are a little bit more loyal, and men will stay. They make a commitment. They'll stay for the most part. And they'll tolerate these women because they love them. They actually care about them. But these women don't be really caring about a lot of these men. I'm just saying that. And this is not every woman, but a lot of these women don't be giving a shit about these men. That's why they talk to them crazy. That's why you treat them badly. That's why as soon as they ain't got no money, you out. On to the next. They don't be giving a goddamn. I'm telling you. So women are a lot more cutthroat than men, just based off what I've seen. And you could call it anecdotal, but I mean, look at how these women leave the marriages. They don't give a shit about the family. They don't give a shit about the kids. They don't give a shit about any of it. They just out. I'm done. And you don't have to, you don't have to convince them. They out. They don't give a damn. They'll try to take all your money. They don't care how you gonna live, how you gonna survive. They don't give one shit about it. They don't care, y'all. They'll be, they don't care. I'm gonna milk this ninja for every penny that I could get. They don't care about your well-being. A woman who cares about you, and y'all just say it didn't work out. She's not gonna try to take you for everything. At least you're gonna have, because and then y'all got kids together too. Oh, she's not gonna try to keep your kids from you. She may be confused and decided I'm out of this relationship. Maybe she really felt like it wasn't working or whatever. But if she has some inkling of care about you, she's not going to try to keep you from your kids. That's one. And she's not going to try to take everything that you work hard for. And it's knowing that you're a good man, but for somehow it didn't work. She wouldn't even be trying to. She knows you're a good father too. She's not going to try to take you for child support and all that. That's the difference. A woman who actually cared, but for some reason felt like the relationship didn't. I mean, I'm just saying, like, if she cares somewhat, she ain't going to try to take everything that you got. She'll be a little bit more reasonable in that approach. Like, you know what? He a good man. He a good father, but you just don't think he was good for you. But you wouldn't be trying to take him for everything that he got. You'll understand, you know what, I don't want to take, because he got to live, he got to thrive. You'll care someone. A lot of these women don't give a shit. They really don't. Thank you once again, C. Urban. They don't be caring. You giving me flashbacks. My ex would throw shit at me when I turned to walk away. They throw and hide. Exactly. And that's I don't think that that's something that anybody should tolerate. No, you shouldn't tolerate disrespect at all. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, and I think men are more aware of that, and that's why they're moving the way they're moving. Y'all not tolerating the BS, and I don't think you should. You'll live a much more peaceful life not dealing with women who are that way. And once again, not every woman is that way, but a lot of the women who think like I think are already taken. A lot of the women who think the way I think are already married. They're already in 10 plus, 20 plus relationships and marriages with kids, and they're already taken. Y'all are dealing with the men out there. I ain't gonna say y'all are dealing with the leftover women who have this entitled mindset. These women out here now, majority of them, from what we're seeing, they're entitled. They think that y'all owe them something. They think that because they had to go out and get a job, that now a man owed them something, which is the dumbest thing ever. They really think that men owe them something because they have to work. So because they had to work and their mom and their grandmamas told them, oh my God, don't worry about a man. Focus on your career. Go out and have your fun in your 20s and get your job depending on you. And they listen to that. So now this is the response to that. Y'all were told to be independent boss chicks. So that's what you are. Own it. Love it. Enjoy it. Stop trying to get a man to pay all your goddamn bills that you created. Now you're in debt up to your eyeballs. Now you want men to come in and now you're trying to shame them on top of that, to make them think this is what they're supposed to be doing as a real man. Oh, as a real man, you should be wanting to come. No, not when you done ran up all this debt. No, I'm not supposed to come in and put myself in debt over your bills that you created and take care of you and your kids that you created with Pookie and Ray Ray. Hell to the goddamn no. No, that it don't work like that. So now, like I said, women only want to be these boss chicks and all of this because they're proving a point. Once they've proven that they can do it, now where's my king? Now they want the king to come in and take on all their bills and do all this stuff for them. Girl, y'all must be out y'all rabbit ass mind. Ain't no man in his right mind doing that. No, they trying to hit it and quit it because that's all you good for. And then y'all have been ran through too. Nobody don't want no ran through senior citizen damn there. I'm just saying. Half of y'all are 40s and 50s getting older. Y'all getting older by the minute. And you want a man to come with all this money to come and take care of you and your damn kids, and that you want him to believe that's what he's supposed to do? Hell no. Ain't nobody trying to do that. These men don't want senior citizens. These men don't want these older broads who have been ran through and in debt now. Y'all on the flip side of it, y'all had all these options and let Pookie, Ray Ray, Tom, Dick, Harry, and everybody run through you in your 20s. And now you're on the flip side. Now you're super entitled because your degree made you entitled. Y'all got to stop with this shit because this is not working for y'all. And I'm tired of hearing it because it ain't working. Y'all should see it's not working. What part don't y'all get? Y'all educated women, you don't understand that this is not working. So either you just say, you know what, I'm gonna just be by myself and be happy, or you know what, I'm gonna learn to work with a man. I'm gonna go clear my debt out and wait till my kids are grown. And then I get a man that, you know, man, we can come, we both grown. I don't know. They don't even want y'all. I'm just saying. I don't know what to say because a lot of these men don't want no older women. They just don't. You could be mad and all that, but they don't want it. They just don't want it. And I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad. Listen. You know, I think about these things, you know, and I'm an older woman and I'm getting old. I'm married. But if I for some reason was single, you know, I don't even think like that because I don't want to think nothing negative. You know what I'm saying? But I would not be out here looking around expecting a younger man to come and take me on and all this. I don't think like that. I don't even think like that. I don't even think like that. But I just think the entitlements. You know what I'm saying? The entitlements is just ruining y'all. Y'all out here looking horrible. Horrible. Jamil 843, thank you for the super chat. Says, as a former Pookie, Jamil, you was a Pookie? Now come on now. You did say former. Oh my God. As a former Pookie, you speaking facts. LOL. Well, thank you. Thank you, Jamil. I appreciate you. But you know, it's the truth. Like, come on. These men say it every day. I see it all the time. And I don't take no offense to it. If I was single, I probably wouldn't take offense to it because I don't think like that. Like, come on, now I'm more realistic. Well, look, have your preference. Everybody has a preference. Like, it is what it is. You can accept it or whatever you want to do, but it's not going to change the facts. It's not. Thank you, Jamil. I appreciate you. They brag about a career while simultaneously complain about having to work. Exactly. They don't want to work. Lorenzo says, I'm a former simp. Well, that's not new. Because a lot of the men that have come on my panel have said they all have been. I get it. I get it because it's the idea of what a man is supposed to be. I think there are a lot of men. Most men probably have been a simp at some point in time in their life. And that's okay because y'all didn't know any better. You were doing what you thought was necessary to get a woman because that's what basically y'all were taught, to cater to women. Oh, a woman is, like these women are these innocent women are special and women are great. And of course, on top, they have vaginas and y'all like that. So, and that's a natural response. You like women. If you ain't shooting for the same team, you like women and you like the feminine nature of a woman. You like a woman's body. You like how they move. That's a natural thing to like. If you're not gay, you like women. Well, it makes sense that you will want to do things to cater to a woman because that's y'all were told to do. Be a gentleman to a woman. Do this for women. Women like this or women like that. So yeah, quite naturally, you're going to do what is necessary to get a woman because you like women. But didn't realize that a lot of these women were never taught what they should do for a man. So they're only in the receiving end of it. Give me what you got because that's what you're supposed to do. I'm supposed to just take because this is what niggas supposed to do. They supposed to give me because I'm the woman and I got the vagina. This saying I've heard all my life, use what you got to get what you want. That means use this pretty body. Well, when it was, you know what I mean? Use this body because men want you. So use what you got to get what you want. So if you pretty, if you're a woman, you look good and these men are attracted, they want your body. That's what they want. Well, use it to your advantage. Start asking for money. Well, I need, you give them that voice and they know what to do. Charm the man. Oh, I need this. Come on. Won't you give me this for some coochie? That's basically what you're doing. You selling your body. Use what you got to get what you want. There was promoting prostitution way back in the day. Telling young women, use what you got to get what you want. That means seduce a man with your body, with your cooch, and then tell them you need a bill paid and they've been doing this for years. And men would do it because they want to be with you. So they was like, okay, I don't have a problem with it. I pay your bill. I do this. Because that's what my mama and my sisters told me. Oh, you got to give something to a woman. Basically, transactional. That's all he's always been. Transactional. Give me something, I'm going to give you what you want. And if you want to keep getting this, then you better keep paying up. But then didn't realize you weren't the only one. Which I say, you're not the only one. It's just your turn, bruh. That's true to that. You ain't the only one. See, that's where the problem comes in because men are territorial. Men like to think that, oh, this is just for me. Right? Am I wrong? Or aren't men territorial? Don't you think? Even if it's a transaction, a lot of men think like, okay, this is mine. I'm paying for it. You really don't be thinking, especially when you were younger. Think about being younger in these situations where men are territorial. So it's like, hey, even though it's transactional, I like what I'm getting from her and I'm going to give it to her because this is what I'm supposed to do. But you don't want to believe or think that she giving it to 3, 4, 5 other niggas too. Right? Am I wrong? If I'm lying, I'm flying. Let me know. Let me know. I can accept the truth, or if I'm wrong, If I'm wrong, let me know. Am I wrong? Yes or no? Because men are territorial. So they like to think, okay, well, she doing this with me. We gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Whatever. Because I'm getting what you like what you getting from her, and she like what she getting from you. So as long as y'all getting is good, you good. But when you find out she giving it to Tom, Dick, Harry, Pookie, Ray Ray, Mike, Lee, Tom, Jerry, and Pookie or whoever, then it's a problem. Right? Damn. What? What? You give it to all these niggas? Even if she's not fully yours, they still think that there's some type of like loyalty there almost. Like, I think that's what men thought. Like, oh, well, women with a woman, okay, this is y'all agreement. This is what y'all agree to, that you think that she's going to be loyal to you. Because a lot of men didn't think that women were as promiscuous as they actually are. A lot of men didn't think that women were going to just sleep with anybody, right? Most men didn't understand that, they thought women were a little bit more innocent, that women just not going to give their bodies to anybody. A lot of men really thought that women was a little more particular with their bodies, and they find out the majority of these women are hoes, that they don't give a damn. When they found that out, I think it was a bit of a shock for some men to realize, damn, she gave it to him, and him. What? While she was fooling with you. I think a lot of men didn't realize that women, they didn't think that women were as promiscuous as they were, especially back in the day. They thought women a little bit more conservative with their bodies, and they found out that a lot of women were not. You know what I'm saying? And so now they realize that, and it's a turnoff to a lot of men, because they're like, well, damn, okay, I can't trust these hoes. Like, damn, there's no loyalty to nobody. Like, come on now. Even if you are in a relationship with the woman, you find out, damn, she done snuck out and she done cheated on you. She told you she loved you and cared about you, and then you find out she was fooling with your best friend, or she was fooling with your, somebody. Like, come on, in the relationship. So it just shows you how things have changed. The way men think now and how men are moving, it's changing the whole dating scene. And I think because men realize the nature of women now, they learn things that they didn't really know and was kind of skeptical about. And now it's just changed the whole landscape of dating. So now men are moving in a way like, you know what? I ain't even, I'm just go with the flow of it all. I'm not even trying to get nothing serious out of this. Look, if I can get the booty, I'm gonna get the booty, and that's it. I'm not gonna even sweat it. I ain't gonna even hold you. I'm gonna get what I could get, and I'm gonna keep it moving. That's how a lot of men are thinking. Like, these women are, shout out to Danica Marie. Danica was like, pass, what she called it, pass me by, pass around, or whatever. Pass me's, because they like to call people pick me's, but y'all are pass me's. She's absolutely right. You get passed here, passed there, passed there. Ain't nobody trying to take you seriously. You just getting passed around. And if that's what you want to do, that's your thing. But you ain't never getting picked. Trying to make it seem like an insult to be a pick me. No, I'm a pick me. I'm already picked. I'll take it. But you're a pass me. You're getting passed around. Nobody's gonna pick you ever, because you've known to be a pass. They're just passing you around, pass by, whatever they call, or however she called them. But it's mean you getting passed around, baby. Ain't nobody trying to pick you at all. That when it's pick you, oh no, pick you, boom, bam, thank you, ma'am, and keep it moving. They ain't trying to take you seriously. And that's what we see. A bunch of transactional women who are just getting passed around. And that's all you get. Jamil says, social media pulled the veil from men's eyes and nothing was the same. Exactly. I agree. Thank you, Jamil. Successful MD, what's going on? Successful MD says, sadly, many were train passengers as teenagers. Oh my God, and Successful MD, you're absolutely right. That's sad. A lot of these young girls, for sure, have been train passengers. You ain't lying, and that is unfortunate. Oh my God, and some of them brag about it. They think that that's a great thing, which is very sad. Thank you, Successful MD. I appreciate you. Yeah, that is absolutely the truth, and it's crazy. All right, y'all. So we're going to move on. I want to move on to this other clip that I saw. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Please hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Listen to what this lady had to say right here. Here we go.
Messenger. Feminism told y'all be strong, independent, and alone. And y'all followed it to the grave. Y'all push all the good men away, call submission slavery, and think being difficult is cute. Now y'all 35 and tired, looking around like, oh, where the good men at? Sis, they moved on. Real men want peace, not problems in a lace front and a loud voice. Feminism sold y'all freedom, but they didn't mention the price. Loneliness.
I mean, she's absolutely right. You sold them feminism and didn't tell you the price of it. So now they're realizing the price of feminism, the price of being these independent boss chicks who don't need a man. Now y'all realizing what it costs to be that way, and you don't like it. You didn't pay attention. You didn't really focus on what was important because you thought that you will be able to just get things your way. It's all about getting your way and getting what you want. You don't care about anybody else. It's about you. And this is why I say if women are out there watching, a relationship, it's not just about you, but it's about the people that are involved in the relationship. So you got to understand what men want versus what you want and what y'all want together. And you have to establish that together. It's not about, oh, come give me everything that I want and I don't give a damn what you want. No, it's never going to work like that. It's not, either side is not going to work. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of women have come across good men, but they don't really want a good man because he has structure, he has standards, he has boundaries. And y'all want men who just gonna do whatever you want them to do. And that day is over. The old step crash dummies of yesteryear, those men don't exist anymore. Most men don't move like that because they looked at the men from the past and realized that did not benefit them. So why would I keep doing something that I know is not going to benefit me? That would be called insanity. You know, just because y'all or you watch your mothers be hoes and still got a man in the house paying all the bills and doing what she want. Y'all think that's, you know, men aren't evolving. Men have evolved. Y'all was talking about women are evolving. No, you're not. Y'all the same old same. The men have evolved because they realized something and they've learned from it, which is something that a lot of women struggle with. You struggle with learning from your mistakes because you don't think they were mistakes. You thought it was just, oh, me just being a woman, I can do what I want. Like, come on now. That's why y'all stuck, a lot of you. And you're not going to get unstuck if you keep thinking that way. The men have evolved because they've looked at the past behaviors and said, oh, snap, it don't really pay to be a stepdaddy. Because the women will weaponize that against you. They weaponize your own children against you. So what makes you think it's going to be any different when it's not even your kid? Like, what? So yeah, a lot has to change, and the women have to do a lot of the changes. Every time somebody asks that question, who do you think need to make more changes? I'm automatically going to say the women because I'm convinced that it's the women that need to make changes. A lot of the men have learned from certain things and women have not. They're still out here doing the same things, hoping that they'll get a super simp to just keep doing what they want them to do. No, it doesn't benefit a man to do that. It really doesn't. Let's move on, you guys. I want to play this next clip. Check this out.
A lot of women, they don't realize that they are the issue. And so we have a problem taking accountability. We have a problem shutting up. We are extremely argumentative. And a lot of times we are the walking red flag.
Can I ask that question if you don't mind?
Sure.
Like, why do black women refuse to shut the fuck up?
Ooh, that's a heavy... That's a heavy loaded question.
Why?
Look, they can't tell us the answer.
I want to know why.
I'm gonna tell you why. It just goes back to what she said. A lot of it is lineage. So a lot of women, we saw our mothers and we saw our grandmothers being, wait, let me cook, because it's not all of us. Some of us do know how to be quiet, but
they're the married ones.
But a lot of times we watch our mamas and we watch our grandmothers and great grandmothers not shut up, right? It's a generational curse. I'm gonna be honest with you, because we was raised in households where the women had to handle shit. Okay, we had to pay the bills. We had to be independent. We had to run households and we had to raise kids alone. So yeah, a lot of times we not gonna shut the fuck up because this my shit and I've been doing this shit. However, it's not. Listen, however, it's not right. And what I had to learn is learning to be quiet is a skill. Okay, especially when you don't come from that example, you have to learn how to be quiet. You have to learn how to submit, and you have to learn how to not be argumentative. And a lot of women don't take the time to learn that skill.
Man, this is the Nothing But the Truth live pod.
Did I play that already? I think I already played that one. Did I play that one already, y'all? But anyway, it's the truth. I think I already played that one, but it's the truth. Yeah, that for sure is the truth. I mean, and once again, it's a lot of things that women have to relearn. Like you have to detach yourself from the things that you were taught and create something new, because the old stuff is just not working, you know. It worked at some point. This is how women have become accustomed to it, but it's not working anymore. So you got to do something different. Let's move on. I want to move on to Successful Emily says, what happened to intuition, emotional intelligence, and self-control? It's a bunch of bullshit, Successful MD. These women don't have no intuition. Once again, I said before, how does you have all this intuition and all of this emotional intelligence and all this self-control when y'all are out here just promoting being hoes? You have no self-control. You want men to have self-control. But even in the midst of a man who has self-control, a man who has emotional intelligence and have his ducks in a row, y'all don't want that. A lot of women don't want that because it shows how you lack everything that you're asking for in a man. A lot of these women lack all of the things that they're asking for in men. So if you come across a man who is emotionally intelligent, a man who has his things together, you are not going to want to be with him because he's going to expose you. That you don't even have the emotional intelligence to deal with a man who is emotionally intelligent, because he's going to show you up. He's going to show that you're lacking, because there's a bunch of talking points that you just want to sound good, sound like you know what you're talking about, and in reality you really don't know what the hell you're talking about. You don't have none of the shit that you asking for. And so when you come across that man, you shy away from him because he's going to expose you. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what emotional intelligence means. Half of these women don't know half of what they're talking about. Literally, you don't know what you're talking about. You're just talking to sound good for social media. But in reality, you're dumb as a bunch of rocks, just dumb as a doornail. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't even know what it means. You don't know shit. And you don't have the things that you're asking for because you don't even know what it is. So when these men come across these women, they're like, well, damn. You don't measure up. The men don't even want to take you seriously because you're talking, you don't even measure up to the things that you're saying. So when these men realize that, they walk away, and then all they could say, well, where are all the good men at? No, you've come across them. These men just was a little advanced, too advanced for you. You just wasn't ready. JSU Tiger 07, thank you for the super chat, says submitting to a man is simple. Just humble yourself. Oh my God, JSU Tiger 07, you can't tell a woman, a black woman, that humble you. They're like, oh, all these men want to humble us. No, shouldn't you want to be humble in a way? Like, what's wrong with being humble? What's wrong with being quiet? What's wrong with listening? You don't always have to talk and be all rah all the time. Shut the hell up and just listen sometimes. I think being able to listen and not talk, it's a superpower. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. It's a superpower. It's a superpower to be able to be quiet and listen and not be so ready to talk and always have something to say. Because that gets annoying. Y'all ever been around a woman who just, this is why I see too, a lot of these men don't really like female podcasters. They think we talk too much. We do. But I mean, in the sense of if I'm on a podcast and I'm giving my opinions and my thoughts, I gotta talk. But when it comes to a woman where you're having a conversation, with the one-on-one with the woman, it's a superpower to just listen to what the man have to say. Listen to what they have to say and not be so ready to talk. Let them get their points out. Let them finish a sentence. Let them get it out, and then you can respond. It is a superpower to be able to listen and be quiet. I think it is. And I think men appreciate that. But women, they just think they got always, it's like you never had a chance to speak. Like you've been waiting on your opportunity to feel like you know something. So you just gonna talk and interrupt and just keep talking. Like anybody will get tired of that. Loud mouths, all the time. Just talking. Shut the hell up. Shit. It becomes annoying. Like, you do want somebody to just be able to listen to what you have to say. I think that's refreshing to any man to have a woman to just be quiet and listen. You got to have a little bit of patience to listen and, listen and take in what they're saying and then get an understanding of what they're saying before you respond. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a superpower. And it's one that a lot of women lack. But they think it's okay to be loud and aggressive and just talking over and just they think that that's cute, but they're realizing quickly that it's not. It's not cute. It's really not. It's not cute at all. And I just would encourage more women to take that. Don't take it as, oh, you're being humbled by a man and that is a bad thing. No, just use your listening skills sometimes. Don't be so quick to talk. Just listen. Look at when the man is talking, look at him and listen, look at his, this is why I actually like being able to converse with people, face to face, like talk to a person. You could get the emotion out of if there's emotion there. This is why, they say older people don't like to talk on, like via chat or whatever. They like to talk on the phone or, because at least you get in the voice, you get the emotion and the emotion and the feeling. You know what I mean? You could feel where they're coming from. When you just typing and texting, you don't get that. By having a conversation with the person, you hear their voice, you could hear the inflection in their voice, you could hear their feeling or whatever is there in the actual voice. And also by being face to face with a person, you get to look at their facial expressions, you get to engage with them and hear what they're saying, and they can do the same. Y'all can look each other in the eyes and you can really, get into what they're saying. To me, I think that's always better than just texting or just over the, you know what I'm saying? I just think that that's always better because you can actually, to me, have a better conversation that way. But, versus just texting, there's no emotion or feeling in the text. It's like, oh, it's just that, you know what I mean? That's why I think it's better to have conversations with people in person, or, even if you got to do it on the phone, at least you have their real voice, not just a text, And they say a lot of older people like to talk on the phone versus texting. And I think that's part of the reason why, because we had more interaction with people because we didn't have social media like this, in our younger days. We had to talk to folks. It wasn't no text and all of this kind of stuff. And I think that's kind of taken away from real interactions with people. And I think that's, it's a bit different. And that's why I think people don't know how to communicate with others because they didn't have that, what we had. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's all they have and they're used to it. And this is why a lot of young people like to text and they say older people like to call you. That's why, in my opinion. Jamil says the I am woman, hear me roar disease, baby. I hope they get rid of it, Jamil. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Joe Jet says they don't want us to be humble. They want to break our spirit. Yes, Jezebel. And I think that's thank you, Joe Jett. I appreciate you. But why is that? I don't understand why and I've heard a lot. And there are women who just despise men and hate men. And so they want to do whatever they can. That's why they hate to see a man happy. You hear women out here saying, "Oh my God, I hate to see a man when he's happy. I hate to see a man." Why do you hate to see men happy? I don't understand. These are women who just hate men. A lot of these women just hate men. Man, I don't know why. Maybe they have a reason behind it. I don't know, but still, there's no reason. There's no reason in my mind for you to hate all men. If a man did you something that caused you to hate him, hate that man, not all men, because all men didn't do anything to you. But there are a lot of women who just hate men and they think like that. That's just the stupidest thing ever. You can't stand to see a man happy and having a good time. It's just ridiculous. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. C. Irving says Danica Marie, River, Crimson Cure, and DeeDee are the few female podcasters who actually listen to understand. You ladies have a willing ear plus humility. And there are more. There are some more out there that's popping up too. And I think that's important to have, C. Irving. I really do, because I think, the more logical women who are reasonable, who know how to listen and understand the male perspective, because a lot of times men just get brushed off. I said this a long time ago. Men, most women don't want to hear what a man has to say. They'll just disregard him, whatever. I think that's horrible. Just disregard whatever. Who cares what he got to say? But you want everybody and their mama to care what you think. Why? Because you got a vagina? Women are just, I don't know, some of them are just batshit crazy. That's why I say that you can't listen to them. And it makes it hard because there are a lot of men who don't want to hear anything that a woman has to say. There are a lot of men who don't even think that women should be podcasters, should have a voice. I think that's dangerous too, because I think we all should have a voice. We don't all have to agree with each other, but we all should have a voice. Whether you agree with what they're saying or not, I think people should have a voice. But I also think that a lot of the rhetoric that we hear from some women is very dangerous towards men, because a lot of those women just hate men. Women who don't hate men don't speak that way. You will never hear me saying, men just need to be done away with and all that kind of stuff. No, there are certain things. I look at it on both sides. I think there are a lot of men out here who don't know what they're doing. There are a lot of men who aren't good for relationships. There are a lot of men who do some messed up stuff to women, for sure. I say it all exists. But on both sides, there are a lot of good men and there are a lot of shitty men. There are a lot of good women, but there are a lot of shitty women. But for some reason, we can acknowledge that there are shitty men, but we can't acknowledge that there are shitty women. And that's where the problem comes in for me. If I can acknowledge that there are a lot of men out here who just cheat, dog women out, for sure. But there are a lot of women who dog good men out too. But for some reason, these modern women don't want to address the shitty women, the deadbeat women out here. You don't want to acknowledge that. You want to act like that don't exist. And that's why I say you're full of shit when you do that. Because what do you mean? You know? There's good and bad on both sides, but you can't keep painting this narrative that all, especially black men, are just all of them this, when I know there are good men out here who have been in, shitty circumstances or situations, but that don't make them bad. Just like women have been in shitty circumstances or situations, and they don't make them all bad. It just means that you've been through some shitty situations and you got to work through them. But this narrative is painted that all black men are just horrible. They're just bad. They can't do this and they this and that. They don't know how to love, when a lot of these women are just as bad. So if you can point it out on one side, it could be pointed out on the other side. That's all I'm saying. Keep it funky. Keep it fair. All women aren't perfect. All women don't deserve everything good, especially when you have not given anything good. That's it. Thank you, C. Irvin. I appreciate you. Narratives, dialogues. Thank you for the super chat. It says DeeDeesReactions at DeeDees. They are called femcells. The opposite of complaining, never-ending complaining. Incels, this is a real thing. Who is it? Kwafi Nino? Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Classy young man says, add women like smell the rose. Carmen. Oh, okay. Carmen JC, right. Red Anna Talk. I've never heard of some of these. And Remy Renee. I heard of her. I heard of Carmen JC. Yeah, I haven't heard of the other ones, but shout out to them. Thank you, Classy, for putting them out there. Yeah, there's a lot of women out here who speaking the truth. But once again, they're always called pick-me's. And I hate these women. This is what I hear too. Thank you, Classy. I appreciate your support. Thank you so much once again. A lot of these women, the ones complain about women who speak like I do, it's because, y'all are, I hate these male-centered pick-me's. That's what they say. I hate these male-centered pick-me's. And I hate a woman who's always centered around a man. Why? Because it doesn't push a narrative that you're trying to, because you don't like their narrative, because you don't agree with it. I don't agree with what y'all saying. But you will never hear me saying, all these women out here who talk the way they talk should be taken away and they shouldn't be able to talk. No, you should be able to have your perspective. I don't have to agree, because we're all out here speaking what we believe or having an opinion on something. So I think you should have your opinion, but I can also speak on why I don't agree with your opinion. That's it. But when they don't agree with your opinion, they like to shame. They want to insult. I'm not going to insult you for your opinion. I'm just going to tell you why I don't agree with it and why I don't think that it's a good opinion. That's it. You can still have your opinion though. But once it's something they don't agree with, they come to shaming, insult, well, thinking they're shaming and insulting, but it only exposes you further. I say most women who call women pick-me's are always single mothers. And they are. They usually have a kid or 2 or 3, and they're by themselves. But why is that? And why do you have a problem with women who are speaking on something y'all know is the truth? And the only conclusion that I could come to is that you don't like it because it fits your narrative. You are that person that I'm referring to, and you hate to accept it, so you get mad. And I get it. The truth hurts. So you're hurt by the truth, but you don't also want to do anything to change it, because if you did, you would maybe open your ears and listen and understand that it's not an attack, but it's an issue that you might want to listen to. If hit dogs holler, it's referring to you. So you might as well listen a little bit closer and take heed to what's being said and try it. Maybe it'll help you out, and it'll turn you from being bitter to actually getting a better outcome, to becoming better. How about that? That's all. And if not, do what you do. But it don't make no sense to try to shame women for having an opinion about something that they believe when you are able to have your opinion about what you believe. I just may not agree with it. That's all. Frederick Howard 2300 says, Black females say that they wasn't created from Adam's rib. They suffered from the garden, the first Bonquisha eviction, baby. Thank you for the super chat, Frederick Howard. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Shout out to you. Thank you. Okay, let's move on, y'all, so we can wrap this up. I want to talk about MABW real quick. I want to talk about this because I think this is important, and this is important for content creators and people who do reaction channels. It's important to get this information because I think once again a lot of people will try to bully smaller content creators and thinking that they can get away with what they're doing, or also think that they're making an example with these channels to say, oh, see, this is what it is, and it backfired. I think in this particular case with MABW, Kendra G basically tried to make an example of him, and it backfired on her horribly. So we're back with this because we talked about this before when this woman tried to sue this man for this. Listen, $3 million. I said, girl, I know you lying. You try to sue this man for $3 million, Kendra. Like, really? But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and play what he had to say, and let me know what y'all think in the comments. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Also support via Super Chat or Cash App. All I ask that you support the channels with a $5 Super Chat to help the channel out, you guys. Also hit the like button. That helps the channel out as well. So make sure you are supporting in that way if you can. All right? Thank y'all so much. Let's get into it. Here we go.
Kendra Gilliams, tell the people what happened. As of right now, Kendra Gilliams, if y'all can see right here, because I like to provide receipts with everything I do, Kendra Gilliams and her attorney, they have requested a dismissal of this case currently. And they have requested this case be dismissed without prejudice. Now, let me explain. You can have cases dismissed with prejudice, which means the case can never be brought up ever again. Or you can have it dismissed without prejudice, meaning if something arises in the future, as long as I file before the statute of limitations is up, I could possibly find something else on him, pay my attorney $10,000 to $20,000. On her side, pay her attorney $10,000 to $20,000 again to try to find something else on MABW to refile and possibly have the case because she knows she fucked up. Now, let me tell y'all what happened. She tried to sue your boy MABW for $3 million. She wanted $150,000 per video. My lawyer said, MABW, sit tight, I got this. Let's hit her with a thing called an anti-slap lawsuit. If y'all don't know what that is, when somebody tries to pretty much sue you and they don't have no real proof, no real evidence, no real case in general, they can get, in certain states, you can hit them with an anti-slap. My attorney was going to hit her and her attorney with not her attorney, but her with an anti-slap lawsuit. Guess what? I'm thinking that Kendra Gilliams, my bad, let me respect you on this one. I'm thinking that she didn't want to lose her wig money. I'm thinking she didn't want to lose any penthouse money because soon as she was about to get hit with an anti-slap lawsuit, as of 10/15/25, yeah, we're going to request for a dismissal.
Now, so basically this woman claimed that this man was stalking her. She said some other type of charges she brought against him, all because he reacted to her videos. And to want all of this money from these videos is insane. Most people nobody's making that type of money off of your reaction to your videos. How could you think that you gonna sue this man for $3 million? It's ridiculous as hell. Nobody's making that much money off reacting to your videos, Kendra. Like, I don't understand. I said this before. I don't know how she think this works. There are many people who have tried to sue reaction channels and lost. There are people who have lost because they took it to court. And there's a reason that they have this in place. The reason why the YouTube rules are the way they are. And you can fight it. A lot of times people don't fight it because either they don't want to waste money on it. They'll just, rather take the videos down. And when you do that, you give them, that they feel like they've won. If you remove the videos or if the videos come down and you don't take action, they feel like they've won and that they can keep doing it. But when you fight it and it's fair use, they have no other recourse. Like, YouTube allows reaction channels. They allow you to react to copywritten material. And I think Kendra G maybe didn't know exactly how that worked because she was so sure that you couldn't react to her content that was taken from her what is it? What she has her whatever it is, shit, I can't think about it. Once you post it on YouTube, now it goes under the fair use. You know what I mean? If you take your content from your blog or from your app or whatever, and you put it on YouTube, now it's under the fair use. If you post it on there. Now, if you post content on your podcast or a paid program like her app or whatever, and if people go onto her app and they take her content from her app and post it on YouTube themselves when she hasn't done it, then now that could be an issue. Now it might be in her favor, but as long as you post your content on here, people can fight that. If you try to copyright strike them, they can fight it because it's under the fair use clause. But a lot of times people don't want to fight it because they think, oh, well, it's too much to deal with or whatever. But you can do it. And a lot of people are like, I don't want to fight it, or they don't think that they could, but yes, you can. And they don't want to go through the hassle, so they'll just remove it. And that person feels like, oh, well, they're my one. But no, you can fight it. You really can. But I think to sue this man for $3 million was just ridiculous. It was ridiculous. I don't understand. But let's play a little bit more, you guys. Here we go.
All I have to do now is wait for the affidavit from the judge to come back signed, stating everything that's getting dismissed. I send it off to YouTube and MABW team. We got our old channel back. But let me make something clear real quick, okay? First and foremost, we were going to be good no matter what. I don't know if y'all looking at my new channel, MABW 2.0, but we've been doing 1,000 subs a week. Kendra Sleaze, guess what? You said MABW. If you can't do any videos on me, your lights are going to get cut off. How is MABW going to make it without me? Look at MABW 2.0. Are we doing numbers out to the people out there, to the MABW team? Are we doing numbers over there or not? I'm just asking a question. I started that channel. You know what's funny? The date they filed for a request for dismissal is the date that I filed. No, that's the date I started my new channel. They filed, because my attorney sent me the paperwork as of Friday for this, because I haven't got the official affidavit yet, but this is what's going on right now. So I said, let me go ahead and put it out there for the MABW team to let y'all know we good over here. We real good over here, okay? But she filed, or her attorney filed, a request for dismissal on 10/15. I'm not making this shit up. Y'all can see it yourself. They filed in the Superior Court of California, County of Los Angeles on 10/15/2025, okay? Mm-hmm. I started my new channel on 10/15/2025, okay? That channel currently right now is doing 1,000 subs a week. I got monetized in 2 weeks. Kendra Sleaze. Oh, my bad. Kendra Gilliams. You can't stop shit over here.
Now, somebody said KS striked a lot of channels using this content. Yeah, I mean, even Poor Man's Podcast said that Kevin Samuel struck his channel. Now, same thing. You can still fight. And listen, I understand what people are thinking. Years ago, before I was into this space, I've been on YouTube for years before this. There was someone, when I was doing beauty content, someone had taken all of my videos and made a whole channel with my name. And just posted my content up on a whole new channel with my name. With my name, my videos, everything. And, I reported it. And it was very easy to have that channel and those videos taken down. So it was very easy to have that taken down because there was no, and this was before anybody was talking about fair use and all this kind of reaction and whatever. Reaction channels have been around for a long time, but there was no reaction. There was nothing. They just straight took my videos and created a whole channel with my name, like a duplicate, like a whole channel as if it was me, and just reposted all my videos. And I had all the videos taken down in the whole channel. So, and so if somebody does that, you can certainly have that whole thing shut down. But if you're using fair use, now that they have fair use in place and you're reacting to it and you're following the rules, then you can fight that. You can come again. I don't care who it is. there's fair use is put in place for a reason. And if you just go striking people's videos, just striking, and it's not under the fair use, then that could be a problem. You know what I'm saying? And when I'm saying striking, like with copyright strikes, where their channels could be taken down and they're using fair use, then that could be an issue. You have to fight it unless you just let them keep doing it and, just getting away with it. There's certain protocol that you have to follow. And then there's a difference between striking the channel versus, where they stop you from monetizing from the content. So you can do that too, where it's not strikes, but it's, I forget what is, where they just kind of strike it in a way to where you just can't monetize it. And you probably could fight that as well. But, just striking people because you don't like them using your content, that's something it's usually fair use. They prove that it's fair use. You can't do that. Because it could backfire where you could lose your channel. And so I understand people who put in the work because and there are people who say this, well, hey, you shouldn't be reacting to people's content. As long as YouTube allows it, people are going to do it. And I get it. When you put in work, you record your stuff or you pay to have certain content or you interview people and all this, you put a lot invested into it and somebody just come and take that video and react to it. A lot of times people feel like, damn, I paid for this or you just reacted to it. They don't feel like you should be able to do it because it's their content. Well, it's no different from the news or, the news on ABC, NBC or whoever, or Fox or whoever. They sit down and they do interviews and they talk to people. All that is under fair use. So you can react to commentary or give commentary to the news and other things. That's how it's all under the same umbrella. So it allows for you to have commentary, reactions, and all of that. Because once you add your commentary to it, it changes the content. So I know it's hard for people to accept that, hey, I put my hard work into it. But when you add something to it and you switch it up, and the more you do that, it's no longer your content. Now it's infused with something else, and now it's something else. And I know people have a hard time accepting other people, taking their content because that's all they can see. Oh, you took my content and you're just taking. But when they transform it, it becomes transformative. It's no longer that's what happens on social media. And that is a part of the rules. Now, until YouTube changes it, if YouTube changes and say, okay, now we don't do fair use anymore, you cannot do that, then it will change. And then nobody will be able to react to you wouldn't be able to react to news content. You wouldn't be able to do any of that. And so it will change it. But until they change it, it is what it is. That's all I'm saying. Successful MD says, people study algorithms to see who's at the top. Yeah, that's true too. Many channels have become a popularity contest. Some adults are sad. Thank you, Successful MD. I appreciate it. Now, Flint says her channel should be banned for 1 year. And my thing is too, she started creating false narratives saying that he was stalking her and all this stuff. That's crazy. I think that was crazy. And he makes a good point in this too, that he's not the only one that reacts to her stuff. You know what I'm saying? Will you allow someone to react to you as long as it's respectful? Yeah, I don't have no other choice. You can react to, I tell people, if you want to react to my content, go ahead. I think a lot of times people didn't react to my content because I was using music in my videos. The same thing with Kevin Samuels. He used a third-party music, I think. And if you react to I was doing that because it's a paid service. So I was paying a service to use their background music. And so I think when some people tried to react to my stuff, the music gave them a copyright strike. And so I think that kind of deterred people from reacting to my content because I had third-party music that if you use that, you have to be signed up with that company and pay to have their music in your videos. So if you use at one point my content, you will get a strike on the music if you weren't signed up with the music company. You know what I'm saying? So I think that kind of deterred people from reacting to myself. But yeah, I don't have a problem with you reacting. React all the way. I understand how that can grow your channel, how it helps. I don't have a problem with anybody reacting to my content. If you want to react to it. Please tag me though. Tag me. You don't have to, but I would love it if you just, tag me on it because I would love to see your reaction. So I don't have a problem with people reacting to it. I think that's I think it's helpful. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But I think before, because I had third-party music in there and people were you probably get it, because if you use that and you're not paying for that service, you get a strike. And I think that's probably why a lot of people didn't react to it. But I don't use that anymore because I realized that. So yeah, I don't have a problem with people reacting whatsoever. But react, don't just take. Cause see, that's the difference. If you just take my video, just repost it, no, that's you can't do that. But reaction, if you're a reaction channel and react to it, I'm all for it. Go ahead. I don't have a problem with it at all. At all. And YouTube allows it. So whether I have a problem with it or not, YouTube allows it. So I can't really have a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I don't have a problem. Yeah, 3 million, y'all. That's crazy. What is it? Johnny Girl 609 says, loving the new studio look. Happy holidays. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you so much. And thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you. And thank you for the generous super chat. I had to do a double take. Thank you so much for the generous super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you. Somebody says, thank you. I'm going to give you credit big time. No problem. Use my music, DeeDee. It's all original. It is? Okay. Well, send it to me. I may use it because right now I use music that is copyright, the YouTube music, which is, you can use it. So it's no problem. Yeah, definitely. If y'all want to react to my videos, react. I have no problem at all. React to them, tag me in them though. Add me in the title. So I'll see it and let me know, and so I can watch it. But thank you, Johnny Girl 609. Once again, I appreciate you so much. Let's continue, y'all.
You can't stop. You could never stop somebody like me, ever. Like I said, she was going to get hit with that anti-slap. If y'all need to look that up, go ahead and Google it. She was going to get hit with an anti-slap lawsuit. I think her lawyer said, you know what? We don't got enough shit on him. We may want to put this shit off for a while. If anything comes up real death. Because what else can you get me out? I've been doing the same fucking thing I've been doing. What else can you actually do? And now, like for instance, we're going to start doing these videos on her now. Now, all she got to do, Kendra Sleeve, Kendra Gilliam, let me tell you something right now. If you try to strike a video now, what I'm going to do is just send this right over to YouTube, right under the counter notification. They're going to put the video. That's how fucking goofy you are. You're one of the goofiest bitches on earth. Nah, disrespectfully. You have to be one of the goofiest bitches on earth. And you know what's funny? It's YouTubers right now. I ain't got to say their names. Salute to all the YouTubers out there. Salute to everybody that does reaction videos. They're still doing reaction videos on you. What's going on with that? What, you don't want to spend 10 or 20 bands to go after them? That's going to fuck up your wig money? That's going to fuck up your penthouse money? What's going on with that? And you shouldn't be striking them anyway. Let me tell you something. Striking somebody, let me tell you, in this space, that's like an unwritten rule. You don't do that shit. It's just corny. Like, that's something I would never do, okay? I'm not going to strike somebody that's pretty much eating off of this shit. If you can eat off of this shit, by all means, go ahead and eat off of it. If you can do a reaction off of me and get some money, get some views off of it, I don't give a shit. Do you? How is that stopping me? That's what I don't get about certain people, okay?
Successful. You said you think he has a crush on Kendra. Don't you think maybe she might have a crush on him? Because it did seems like she was picking on him. She struck the man channel a bunch of times. And then on his second channel, she struck videos on the new channel that she struck on the first channel, and then he posted on the new channel and she struck it there too, and they put it right back up. So she got an axe to grind with him. I think she was trying to make an example out of him once again, and it backfired. She thought because his channel is smaller that she could do this and she would get away with it, and it backfired. He got a lawyer. He really took it there. And now she realized she can't do that. But what I want Kendra to understand, Kendra, if you can't keep doing that, baby, if you value your channel and you want your channel to be, you can't keep doing, because what happens is if you keep making these false claims and striking people's stuff and it turns out that it's fair use, girl, you can lose your channel. That's what they'll tell. If you keep making false claims on these people, you will lose your channel. And if you value your channel and the progress that you've made, please stop doing it. I would beg of her to stop doing it because it'll backfire on you, ma'am. And I just want her to know that, because I wouldn't want her to lose her. I don't agree with a lot of things Kendra say, but I wouldn't want her to lose her platform. Like, you'll lose your channel, honey. So you got to stop. Once these people tell you it's fair use, a judge and told you it's fair use, people can react to your content. You got to stop. And the funny thing about it, y'all, and I don't know if y'all told y'all this, you know how Pop the Balloon was striking everybody? They did it. I don't know, something changed, because I did a one of the Pop the Balloons that they had struck on my channel. It went back up on the channel. So I don't know. And now I think a lot of people are just not trusting of Pop the Balloon, because a couple of my videos that were done by Pop the Balloon went back on my channel and I didn't even do anything. I think I did do a counter or something, but it went back. A couple of videos went back up. But now people just don't trust them because they were striking people's channels left and right too. But some of those videos went back up. So something happened. Maybe they did it too much, and they caught wind of it. And a lot of people aren't willing to lose money or, going after them by suing or account. A lot of people don't want to go through the whole process, so they'll just take the videos down or whatever. But they were doing not real strikes that affect your channel. They were just doing it so you can't monetize. But I know a couple of videos that I had went back up. But now people just are skeptical of them. So there is a recourse to take. As long as you're falling within fair use and you're doing it properly, you won't have those issues. But that's crazy. Let's continue, y'all. I'm gonna do a little bit more of this and then we're gonna move on.
I don't get that about certain people. If it's not stopping your bread, why are you worried about it? Even if it is, maybe what the person is doing, they just do it better than you. She was mad because I was doing better numbers than her. Like, if somebody did a reaction to some shit I did and they did better numbers, so be it. Salute to you. Get your bread. To my bros out there, to the women out there, get your fucking bread. I don't care. How is that stopping my day to day?
Right.
Now, let's get into what Kendra Sleaze wanted. I'm just going to read page 13, okay? Y'all can see it right here. I'm not making this shit up. This is actual shit. This bitch she was actually trying to come for me, okay? Let me get this shit straightened out. Okay. And this is the declaratory claims for relief, okay? Relief requested. For actual damages and profits according to proof in excess of $3 million for compensatory damages against defendant in the amount to be determined at trial for all injuries suffered as a result of the defendant's wrongful conduct, but no less than $3 million for exemplary damages in an amount of sufficient to punish defendant's wrongful conduct and deter future misconduct. A preliminary and you know what? I'm not even getting into all this stabby shit. She wanted $3 million from your boy MABW. Y'all see it right here. She wanted $3 million from me. Kendra Sleaze, you're not getting a fucking penny from me. If you so bout it, continue with the case. Why stop it? Why once the anti-slap came, why once y'all was gonna get hit with the anti-slap, why bow out? Why?
Yeah, so she dismissed her suit against him. She dismissed it because his lawyers were going to do the anti-slap, which, let's see. And the anti-slap law, because she said he was harassing her, keeping her from making money and all this, stopping her bag and all this kind of stuff. So anti-slap laws are state statutes designed to protect individuals from frivolous lawsuits that aim to intimidate or silence them for exercising their rights to free speech or petition. These laws provide an expedited process for dismissing cases that are a form of strategic lawsuit against public participation. That's the SLAP. It's strategic lawsuit against public participation, often by allowing a defendant to file a motion to dismiss early in the case, right? If a lawsuit is dismissed under these laws, the defendant may be able to recover their attorney's fees from the plaintiff. So, yeah, if his lawyers did an anti-SLAP law, did that against her, then she would have to prove what she's claiming. And she has no proof. Just the simple fact that he's reacting to videos on YouTube, that's it. And she don't like it. There's no defamation. She has no proof that he said he was going to do this or slandering her or all these are harassing her. She have no proof. So they would dismiss it. So she dismissed it. She asked that it be dismissed herself, her lawyer, because they don't have proof. As long as she said that and thinking he was dumb and that he didn't have the proper representation that she could get away with it, she would have. But because he has all his ducks in a row, that's why I say too, you cannot just assume that because somebody's on YouTube and their YouTube life reflects their real life. Just because you think, oh, he's a smaller channel on YouTube, you don't know this man resources in real life. The two are not mutually exclusive. You cannot just say, oh, you got a low following on YouTube, so you ain't shit. You don't know what this could be a goddamn millionaire in real life that's just doing some stuff on YouTube and he just hasn't built up a following as much as you would respect. That has no bearing on these people's real lives. So I say, don't get it twisted. You think that just because somebody on YouTube that, these, you like, and the way Kendra talks sometimes, it's like, oh, these men ain't shit. Y'all, you ain't got that many followers. That does not equate to his people's real lives. You don't know what people got going on in their real life. A YouTube channel is not, you can't compare that to somebody's real life. You don't know where people stand, how much money they got, what they do in their real life. You cannot put the two together. So stop assuming that somebody might have 1,000 subscribers on YouTube that don't mean they got $1,000 to their name in real life. You don't know how much money. And he came prepared, and I don't think she was ready for it. You got to stop assuming. Please stop assuming. You don't know people for real. And, so, a lot of times those types of women don't have respect for men, period. So you just assume you don't like, and she really, she really got her eyes open that man was prepared, had better lawyers than she did. And she's supposed to have all this money. So I'm saying she seems more equipped and more prepared, but she was not, because he won these cases, and she decided to dismiss because you know what the anti-SLAP, what they would do, that would require you to prove that he harassed you. That man did none of the sorts. I just don't understand. I could respect what people's views and what they choose to do, but when you start lying, I said it before, when you start lying on somebody making it up, I can't agree with that at all. Because you wouldn't want somebody to do that to you. How could you blatantly lie about somebody? Look, hey, if you don't like somebody reacting to your stuff, that's one thing. If you go ahead and strike it, and YouTube's and even a judge said no, they can't go against fair use. The judge said it, and it was in his favor. So if a judge told you, oh, we can't go against fair use, if YouTube is saying no, these videos are going to go back up, it's fair use, why don't you just let it be? Let it be. You can't control everything. That's people who want control and think they have control over everything. And when you're keep being proven that you don't have control over it, they lose their minds because they like control and they're used to it. So that's just crazy. Divine Photos, thank you for the super chat, says, Arlette's Pop the Balloon ruined her own brand. Ever since she did that, the other Pop the Balloon knockoffs have been more popular than the main one. Yeah, I think they're getting more attention. Somebody mentioned too that they still get like 1 million views on the stuff or whatever. But yeah, that's what happens eventually. People are not going to focus on you anymore because of what you did. People don't forget, so they don't focus on it. I hear people saying now they don't even watch the show, and because they like the reaction channels, and somebody, and you just think if they're getting 1 million views on that, that's the reaction channels aren't getting that many views, and it really doesn't have a negative effect on your stuff. It actually is like free promotion. They're actually promoting. If you get a whole bunch of people to react to your stuff, it gives you more promotion. It builds your channel. That's what happened with Kevin Samuels. Everybody, when he came out with that, what was the video with that girl? I forget the name of it. Damn, his main popular thing that put him on, like really exposed him. Everybody's reacting to that. Everybody's was reacting to that. That was everywhere. And it blew him up. And his channel just blossomed from there. So a lot of reaction channels do that. It's like free promotion. But if you're so stuck in your own, head thinking, oh, that's my shit. Oh my God. How could you, no, you got to think bigger. That means a lot of the bigger, and I hate to say this, but they get it. A lot of the bigger white channels, and I'm not saying everybody, but a lot of them get it. A lot of the channels who got millions and millions and millions of followers, they understand. They're like, oh, hey, we don't care if you react to the channel, because they know it has no negative bearing on it. It actually helps to get their content out all over the place. That's why they're so huge. Part of the reason why they're so huge. But when it comes to our community, I don't know. There's something going on. That's a bigger issue than we can all even fathom or something. Like we're so stuck. That's why we can't grow as much, because people always looking selfishly and inward. No. And then on top of that, if that's the rules and it's allowed, then you can't go against what these people allow. You know what I mean? You could be mad, you don't have to like it, but it is what it is. But it shows you the mentality of a lot of people and how they think. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but it's just crazy. Thank you. Yeah, you're right, Divine Photos. Yeah. Eventually, when people stop reacting to it, I'm not saying that they're gonna fall off the map. No, but you'll eventually start to see the difference. Thank you once again for the support, Divine Photos. I appreciate you. Let's continue.
That's the real question, by the way. I'm asking a real question. Why?
Latrell, yes. Average at best. Is that who said that? Latrell. Who said average at best? That was it. Lorenzo Redman. I'm sorry. Yes, average at best. That average at best video, everybody reacted to it. Everybody was talking about that. And that just gave him more and more and more and more numbers because it was salacious and everybody reacted to it. So that's how that happens. And if you have something that's good and it gets numbers and then people start reacting to it because it's so good, it's popular, that blow you up. That could blow you up. That's how that goes. So yeah, let's continue.
You tap out. Why you bow out? Why not? If you know listen, when I know I'm writing something, I'm going full throttle with it. If I know I'm right with something, I'm going full throttle. I'm not going to stop until it's over with. Ain't no mistakes. If you know you ain't make no mistakes and you know you all the way right, keep going. Keep going. Keep going until MABW is wiped off the map off YouTube. Keep going. Why stop now?
Lorenzo says she needs to talk to Joe Budden. Joe Budden is signed with I think what is it? XM, Sirius XM. He signed with with like major stuff, and you can use his content, but I use the audio. If you use the audio, you can use it. And you can react to his content. The thing is, they're gonna list it as a copyright, and you have to fight it. I think once again, people look at Joe Budden, they're like, oh, no, I'm not gonna fight it. You can fight any of that if you want to. A lot of people just don't want to fight it. They don't want to think, that they're bigger. And so they're going to, they're going to do something. I see people reacting to it and don't seem like they have any problems because they're willing to counter it. If you counter it and it shows that it's fair use, you can counter it. I think people just are afraid to. They don't want to go against it. But I've used it, and yeah, it did come back as a copyright, and I just used the audio. That's why you'll see a lot of people just use a picture and the audio. So remember, they have a podcast, they have a radio, I think a radio deal and all that kind of stuff, but you can still use it. It's just people, like a lot of people don't want to, they don't want to go through the process. I forgot your super chat, Frederick. Oh, I'm sorry. Where is it? I forgot your super chat. Let me go back. I don't want to forget a super chat. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Frederick Howard, thank you for the super chat. It says Black females say that they wasn't created from Adam's rib. They suffered from the garden, the first Bonquisha eviction. Is that what you're talking about, Frederick? Thank you. I did read that one. But thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Let me make sure. Is that the one you're talking about? Because I think I did read that one. But thank you once again. I appreciate you. Let's continue.
I want to remind y'all, I just got this paperwork Friday. My attorney was shot like, oh shit, they putting it for a dismissal. I ain't even got to do nothing. But I said, you know what? Keep that retainer money. Just hold on to that. Just hold on to that. Just hold on to it for a couple of months. I don't need them couple of thousand. I don't need it. Just hold on. I can send you the couple. I'm not hold on to that right now. Because that's how your boy MABW do.
Baby.
But she's so fucking bitter, yo. Yeah. Like, what do you want from me, Kendra Sleaze? Talk to your boy MABW. What do you really want from me? You want a date or something? You want me to take you out to a nice dinner, a nice lunch? And remember, MABWT, what did she say before? She said, yeah, MABW, him doing commentary on me, is stopping me from doing other business activities or things that it's stopping me from making money. It's damaging my brand. Has she been doing anything thus far? I'm just gonna ask y'all. Has she been doing anything?
Yes. Yeah.
Like the way you let her tell it in the court case. Yeah, he's stopping me. He's damaging my brand. I'm not able to go on tour. I'm not able to get contract. Blah blah. What kind of contracts were you getting before? What were you doing? It looks to me, okay, like you've been doing the same thing you've been doing. If possibly not more. It's possibly not more.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But you for some reason, I live rent free in your head. Like I live rent free in this lady. This bitch's head. I live rent free in Kendra Gilliam's head. I don't know why. Why is that, Kendra Gilliams? Why do I live rent free in your head? That's respectfully. And no, Kendra Sleaze, don't go back and say MABW was doxing me because he said my last name. You can say people's full name on the internet, Kendra Sleaze. I'm not doxing you. I'm not showing your address. I'm not showing your phone number. I've never had anyways, but I can say Kendra Gilliams. That you want respect, right? You said, don't call you. You were mad because in the paperwork, he's calling me Kendra Sleaze. That's what your attorney said. He's calling her a scammer. Kendra Gilliams, what's good? What's good?
Look, shout out to him. Listen, he's started a whole second channel doing good on that channel, MABW 2.0. I think that's what it is. And his first channel is going to be back up. He's just waiting for the signed paperwork from the judge, and his first channel will be back in production. It never went anywhere. It was just on pause because of the litigation. But his channel is going to be back up in full effect. He said he's going to be posting more videos of her because he can. And listen, it is what it is. Shout out to him. I think there's a better way to go about things like this. And if you're going to be on YouTube, you got to fully understand the rules. Know what the rules are. We don't make the rules up. Google or YouTube, they make the rules. So if you following the rules, then that's just what it is. You can't come on a platform and think you could change the rules. It is what it is. If the rules are there, people are going to use them, whether you like it or not. Like I said, a lot of people feel a certain type of way when other people use their content. And I get it because you put in your hard work, blood, sweat, and tears, and somebody else could just take the video. And once again, people, minimize the work that goes into reacting to channels. You still have to put in work. You still have to edit those videos. A lot of people pay for editors. You still got to pay for editing, or, you still got to transform that work. So it's still work that you're adding to it. That's why fair use allows it. If you was just taking somebody's video and just reposting it, that's straight up, just eating off of them without any effort. You just putting it up there, just posting it and ain't doing nothing to it. Then that's why that's not allowed. But when you put in effort and work, you still got, I gotta talk, I gotta stop, I gotta go, I gotta add my own commentary, you can add memes, you can add other stuff in with it. You still gotta transform that work. You still gotta put in work. Reacting to videos is still work. It still takes hours and hours to transform that work and put in work and add to that video. That's still work, baby. Trust me. It is still work. You can't just post somebody. You still got to put work. You got to have an opinion. You got to put your commentary. That's why you see people stopping and going, because the more you insert yourself into the commentary, the more transformative it becomes. If you just sit back and let the video play and don't put nothing into it, they could possibly win a case against you for it not being transformed enough. This is why, and a lot of people don't understand that. People be trying to tell me, oh, well, just stop, just let the video play. Well, God damn it, if I let the video play, then that is not fair use. Then that way I'm at risk. If you don't want to watch a reaction, just go watch the original video. That way it's not a stop and go. Go watch the regular. Don't watch a reaction channel if you don't want a reaction. People are stupid sometimes. It's like, do you understand what a reaction is? If I'm reacting to a content, I'm reacting. So I'm going to stop it and go as much as I need to. If you don't want that, go watch the original shit. Don't go to but a lot of people like the reaction. So for the people who support and like the reaction, that's who it's for. But some people act like they're stuck on stupid. You don't know what a reaction channel is? Go watch their actual fucking video then, and stop telling people to stop stopping and going, because we know what we got to do when we're reacting to it. Like, you know, that be getting on my nerves. I'm just saying, like, some people act like they're really dumb as hell. Like, come on now. If I say I'm reacting to it, I'm reacting to it. If you don't want my reaction, get the hell on and go somewhere else. Go to the original video. Shit. You know what I mean? It just don't make no sense. Like, y'all act like y'all stupid sometimes. Not y'all, but some people. Because I get people who be, well, because you just play the video. Get your ass off here and go watch the original video then. God damn it. I'm a reaction. I'm reacting. You don't know what that means? Like, come on now. So, they ain't acting. They really dumb. Okay, Golden Grams. All right, because it just don't make no sense. I be trying to be nice, but people be acting like they're really stupid sometimes. Like, it says DeeDee's reactions. I'm reacting. I'm gonna tell you I'm reacting to a channel. I'm gonna give my thoughts. I gotta stop it and go. That's a part of the fair use. Stop, go, right? And give my input, transform the content. You know what I'm saying? It's done like that for a reason. And some people just don't understand it or don't get it. I get it, but you need to be informed, baby. Go to the original video. You go find it. And another thing too, and I will say this, stop going to people's channels telling them what to do. Stop going to people's channels look, I do believe in sourcing a person's video or whatever, but y'all got to understand too, it's not always feasible to do that. I don't edit my own videos, right? So I have an editor. So my editor edits the video and actually posts the video. But what I'm saying is, it's not always feasible. Every piece of content we don't always have the source. Somebody keep asking about you go find it. What the hell? I don't have to put the source in the description. You know, I think it's great because I like to let you know I'll tell you in the video where the video comes from. I don't have to put a link to the video. Sometimes I don't have it. And that's the thing. You know, a lot of these videos we get off of TikTok or, videos, or, we see them on other channels, at least I do. And you'll clip it and they don't even have the source. So if I don't have a source, I don't always have the source of where the video came from. A lot of times we don't know. But what I'm saying is, I'm not obligated to do that. As fair use, I don't have to do that. So just understand that if I put it, I'll put it, but if I don't have it, it may not be there. And usually what I'll try to do is at the person, or if they have, because a lot of these people don't have YouTube channels. It is either TikTok or it's either, Facebook. People send me stuff from Facebook. I don't really frequent Facebook, but people will send me stuff from Facebook. And, a lot of times I don't always have it, but I do like to, put the person's, where it comes from, or I'll mention it. I'll try to write it down, but I post 4, sometimes 5 videos a day. I don't always have the time to put every little thing. That's why I try to mention them. You know what I'm saying? Sandra Faye, what's going on? She said sometimes we don't do it so that folks don't go and harass them. Exactly. Because that was the issue at one time too, Sandra. Exactly. A lot of times people are like, oh my God, this person is reacting to my video and people have been harassing me. So a lot of times people would purposely leave it off. If you notice, if you watch some clips, they don't show their name or it's blurred out because we were being, harassed for saying, oh, I had somebody come at me from TikTok for that very reason. She lied and fair use got her because she tried to she actually put a claim on my video and YouTube dismissed it because it was from TikTok, because she said that people was harassing her. I actually had that happen. She said people was harassing her on her channel and coming on her page, coming at her because of whatever, and because it was posted on YouTube. But this is why a lot of content creators don't put the names because they don't want it going back to their original source also. So I think people watching don't get the full spectrum of what we go through and what goes on behind the scenes, and they just want you to just do what they want. But y'all got to understand there's more to it than what you see. Okay. So you got to understand, look, if you don't want a reaction, if you want to watch that, you go find a video. You go find that video and you go watch it in peace. Don't go to a reaction channel if you don't want a reaction. I'm just saying, it just don't make no sense. Successful MD says reading and comprehending is no longer common. I know that's right. Thank you, Successful MD. Yeah, and I'm not mean about it. You know what I mean? It's just be crazy, Jay Tillman says the source is really irrelevant. We are here for the reaction. Exactly. Reaction channels provide a little comedy relief. Exactly. The internet got people going crazy. For real. We need exactly. Some people need to stick to their regular careers. Right. This is why I don't want to be famous. Mauricio. Right. It's just insanity. But I just wanted to put that out there because somebody, like y'all, they don't be knowing. Poor thing. It is what it is. I understand. Everybody don't know everything, child. And everything ain't for everybody to know. It's for the people who need to know it or whatever. It ain't for everybody to know. So I get it. But y'all got to understand that, yeah, reaction channels are doing a reaction. We gonna stop. We gonna play. We gonna stop. We gonna give our take. And, some of them are funny. We're gonna give you our thoughts on it. And some people think it's fun. People think I'm funny. I don't see it, but they think I'm funny, but I appreciate it. I have a few laughs and a few jokes, but they really think I'm funny, but that's all good. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I'm not even trying to be funny. It's just how I talk. It is what I think at the moment, and I'll say it, and people think it's funny sometimes, but I appreciate it. Because if I can make you laugh or think or whatever, I'm all for it. Because I like to have fun, honestly. I don't like everything to always be so strict and so, oh my God, because I'm not mad. Like, people be so mad. I'm not mad. I don't give a shit what people do. I just give my opinion on it. And if it's funny, it's funny. If it's not, it's not. It is what it is. I just like to give my thoughts. If I can make you laugh or intrigue you or give you something to think, oh, cool, I'm all for it. Then that's what I aim for. I'm not too serious about all of this shit because you know what I'm saying. At the end of the day, people gonna do what they want to do. I'm not trying to stop you, honey. I'm just giving my opinion. That's it. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. It's just my opinion. So I don't take it seriously. You know what I mean? I just give my thoughts and I keep it moving. And I'm glad that I can entertain some, and I'm glad that a lot of y'all like it because that's what motivates me to keep doing it, honestly. Because otherwise, if nobody was liking it and nobody, maybe it's not a necessity for me to do it. You know what I mean? I could just go back to, my regular life completely and just not even entertain it. But I like to do it, and I like that you guys are entertained. So that's the whole point of it. So we like to have fun. I don't like to be, a stick in the mud all day. Like, oh, who wants to be holding their face like they done ate a bunch of sour pickles all day, like just lip turned up, mouth turned up, mad all the time? I don't have time for that because I'm not mad. Like, a lot of these people are really mad about their lives and they're mad about their situations and their circumstances. I'm not mad about mine. But if you're going to put it out there, then I have a right to react to it or have an opinion on it because it's all social media. It's all public for public consumption. So it is what it is, Yeah, so that's my thoughts on it, y'all. Everything shouldn't have to be a debate. People in the community have a bad problem with the control complex, with the control complex. Exactly. So once again, y'all, I'm gonna say shout out to MABW, his first channel and his second channel. Shout out to him for doing what he did, because I think it's necessary. And I wish more people would do the same. Follow suit. Understand that you have rights, and the laws will protect that. If you're doing the right thing, then you should be able to take steps or measures to support that. And I'm all for it. You know what I mean? Don't let nobody bully you in a way and try to, push you off of something that you're right about. And I think in this case, that's what Kendra G did. Like, come on now. It's crazy. But yeah, it's just crazy. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna wrap this up. I gotta get out of here. Happy Wednesday. I hope y'all are enjoying your day. It's cloudy outside, baby. Yeah, I just wanted to pop in here and say hi to you guys and then give you a little bit of something to laugh about and talk about. But I appreciate you guys for being here. I appreciate y'all for supporting the channel, and shout out to everybody who gave super chats or cash apps. Shout out to y'all for supporting the channel. I appreciate you so much. Also, hit the like button on your way out. I will be back really, really soon, because I have some other videos that I'm going to be posting for you guys. Make sure you are watching the videos posted on the channel. Make sure you are sharing them and liking them. And once again, if you want to react to my content, I'm all for it. React to it. React. All I ask, though, that you is just add me in the title so that I can watch it. So I'll know that because a lot of people react. Some, not a lot. Some people react to my stuff and I don't get to see it. I just be wanting to see what you guys are talking about. And once again, it opens me up to new channels, because there are people who react to my stuff that I've never heard of their channels before. So if you want to do that, I'm perfectly fine with it. Yeah, not a problem at all. So yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. Shout out to everybody watching, everybody who supports. Make sure you are supporting by liking and sharing the videos already posted on the channel, you guys. I want to see the numbers go up on those channels, so on those videos. So make sure you're watching, liking it at least, and leave a comment to let me know it's real. All right. So that is it. I appreciate you guys so much. Y'all stay tuned for more, and I will catch you in the next one. Love you guys. Catch you later. Bye.